link.
Okay. Yeah, it's an auto tweet. Oh, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to yet another Warski Live. How you all doing? Thank you for joining us. Sorry for being a smidgen late. Roosh V, I sent him the link. I see him in the chat. He hasn't hopped in quite yet. Oh, there he is. What's up, Roosh? How you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Not too bad. We'll start with a little bit of intros here as people start to pile in. I did send Laura Loomer out the link in case she wanted to join. So we'll wait on that if that happens. If not, whatever. But first of all, as people could probably see, JF looking good in the new lighting setup.
I have more balanced lighting.
Yeah, you're not as white as
I'm
before.
like the Canadian jeans. I'm a little more mixed and balanced since immigration started.
And how are you, JF? How are you?
I'm doing very good. I'm so happy that we have Roosh V, Brittany, and you. Those are three of my internet heroes grouped together in a single hangout.
Oh, I'm your internet hero? Oh, that's so nice of you. And this is going to be an interesting episode because while I usually moderate and host, I will be participating in the debate. Debate / a blood sports or whatever.
I'm still not sure what we are going to talk about.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll bring up some topics and we'll start slow and we'll figure out where we're gonna go from there. But right now we have on my team Brittany Venti, or as Roosh V calls her, Boobs Venti. What's up, Boobs Venti?
I'm Trad. Stay mad.
And yeah, I like how you and I are playing good cup, bad cup. And when there's a debate we want to go in, I'm like, Andy, you moderate. I'm going to hit the guy. We're like WWE referees who get involved in the fight.
And just real fast, let's just do a couple of introductions in case people don't know. Brittany, do you want to do a quick introduction?
Sure. My name is Brittany Venti. You guys may also know me as Traditional Venti, although Roosh seems to disagree. I'm a Twitch streamer. I mainly stream, but I upload on YouTube sometimes.
Hey, Brittany, these traditional cookies you baked came out amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You like them?
Yeah, I pulled them out of the oven right when you told me to. Good luck on your alt-right recruiting blood sports stream. Make sure to read about it on Right Wing Watch.
Thanks, hon.
Oh my god, that's cuckery. What happened there, Andy? There was a man.
Cuckery.
What the fuck was that? Is that
I
Brittany?
I baked those cookies and I wanted a bite. Like, I'm being traditional. I baked.
Brittany, are you trying to socially engineer America for men serving cookies?
I'm trying to create an octoroon ethno-state.
Are those the famous mud cookies that got you banned off Twitch for 26 hours?
Yeah, these aren't mud cookies, but they're better.
Oh, okay.
They're diverse cookies. See? Black and white. Beige America.
I see. We're mixing it up. And now I'm sure many of the audience knows of him. Roosh V, what's going on, man? Thanks for showing up.
Pretty good, thank you. You know, maybe I should start from how I got started on my internet journey, because I'm guessing a lot of people just maybe heard about me on the news here or there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, man.
What news?
Okay. So, yeah, I've been written about.
Yeah, a few times. I've read some articles about you, but yeah, do you want to?
Okay, so people... so the way it really started was I grew up late. I was a late bloomer. I didn't go through puberty until I was like 18. So when I was 18, I looked like I was 12. And then after I graduated high school and college, finally I started growing up, started getting hair everywhere. And then I wanted to get laid, but I didn't know how. And everyone around me, whether it was friends, my mom, the media, said the best way to meet a beautiful girl is to be friends with her. So I actually tried that. I did try. I was friends with a couple of girls, and I don't need to tell the men watching where that actually got me. So in my senior year in college, finally, I met some guys who knew what they were doing. They said, this is how you meet women. Then I found the PUA groups online. And I took to that like a fish in water.
And that's for people who don't know, the pickup artist groups, right?
Right. So then after I graduated from college, I started to approach girls. I would go out to the bars, clubs, and talk to them and meet them. And of course, this worked. I would share about what I was doing, where I was going, the lines I used, and people were like, Roosh, you should write a book about this. So in 2007, I did. I wrote a book, Bang, and it did well. It just basically taught men what I do. And since then, I've been known as a pickup artist, and I teach men how to be good with women. But unfortunately, as soon as I started to mix in the cultural observations about why men need game, that's when Jewish groups started to get involved. The SPLC, the ADL, they started to say that I was a sexist. That's when I started to be written about in the media as a pro-rape advocate. So it all went downhill after I started to connect the dots on why I needed to use game.
So would you say that that you know a lot about women, considering you've written a book on them, you have had a lot of practice and everything?
I have written about 15 books on them, so I would say I know more than the average guy.
And are you in a relationship?
Right now, I am not.
Oh.
And that is why. because unfortunately, when you understand the true nature of women, you become very selective about who you enter a relationship with. For example, I teach men, do not get into a relationship with a woman who attention whores, who shows her body off nonstop on the internet to random guys. Because once a woman is addicted to getting attention from random men on the internet, many of whom pay her, it is impossible for her to accept the love of only one man who truly cares about her.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
38.
And you said you started to do the pickup artist stuff when you were about 18?
No. I started in my senior year in college. I was
mid-20s?
I was around 21, 20, 22.
So you've had a little bit under 20 years and you haven't been able to find a woman to be in a happy relationship with, despite knowing everything about women? Because I understand it's hard. Like, it's hard for me too. I was like,
hold on. There is no guarantee that just because you understand how to date women and get them into bed, that you are automatically going to enter a happy sort of relationship that is displayed in the Hollywood. I teach men that is a myth.
Well, I wouldn't use Hollywood as an example for good relationships.
If you did your research, you would know that I teach men that the Western woman is almost incapable of having a normal relationship in which she is honest and faithful. So and anyway, whether I get into a relationship or not is telling of more of my standards and the type of girl that is out there, instead of whether I'm good. And I can admit, maybe I'm a difficult guy. Maybe I'm the type of guy that will never meet a girl. But whether I stay alone for the rest of my life or not doesn't say that what I'm saying about women is not true.
May I ask one question? I want to ask just one question about some of the media was saying that you were pro-rape. Mm-hmm. I did read an article. This is like years ago when I was like starting YouTube. And just correct me if I'm wrong or if it was exaggerated or anything like that. But was there a time where you wrote something along the lines of, if you are on your own property and you have sex with a woman, that it is not considered rape?
I wrote an article called How to Stop Rape, which was a thought experiment that basically proves that if women care about their own personal safety, there would be no rapes ever. That if a woman was just careful about who she goes to home with, then how could a man rape her? How could a man rape her unless she goes into the home of a man that she just met? So I try to prove a point, but the media used this. It was like I gave them a juicy piece of bait to really bludgeon me with by, look at this guy. He believes that women should be raped if they enter the home of a man. When I was just trying to make a point, you can say I failed to make that point. I try to make a point that if a woman doesn't go inside the home of a man who she doesn't want to have sex with, there would be no rape.
I just want to say, back to the other thing, because you asked your question, I didn't get to say this. I think that if you're sitting there writing about women and everything, and then yet you're not in a relationship, I don't know, it just comes across a certain way. It's like, no, let me finish. It's like if you were to hire an electrician without electricity in their house, or like working electricity, that's how it kind of comes across to me.
Just because a man is in a happy marriage right now, that means he has a sample size of 1. A sample size of 1 is not going to teach another man anything. So just, in fact, if I was married right now, I'd be less qualified, because that means I'm spending years with one woman. How can I teach men how women really are if technically I'm just an expert on the one person? That's why it takes a man like me who cannot settle down, who has to cycle through dozens and dozens of women from all kinds of countries using different languages to be able to generalize enough and to understand them enough to teach.
Hang on. Speak.
I have a question for Brittany on that. Would you recognize, for example, that a nuclear scientist might know very well about nuclear bombs, but may wish never to use them? Can we have knowledge without using them for other reasons, such as preferences? Here, what Rujvi is saying is, I have a knowledge of women, but there are moments of my life where I do not wish to use that knowledge, or in fact, that knowledge informs me that I could hurt myself by trying to get with them. And so you can prefer not doing something while knowing a lot about it. Do you recognize this?
I agree that it's fine if someone knows a lot about nuclear technology and doesn't want to use it, that's fine. But I'm just saying I find it a little bit far-fetched for him to sit there and say for under 20 years he was unable to find one good woman, considering he was a pickup artist.
Who said I was trying to do that? I wasn't trying to find a good woman when I was traveling through Brazil, Colombia, Argentina, Poland, Ukraine. I wasn't trying to find a wife. I wasn't trying to find.
Even if you weren't trying. That doesn't,
so what, if you don't, so if you don't try to make $1 million, you should still happen to land on it? So that if you don't have a specific goal, you should still get there?
I'm saying if you're going to criticize, for example, trad thoughts for being trad thoughts and not living the lifestyle that they are preaching, it's kind of hypocritical of you.
I'm not preaching trad life. I'm not.
No, I didn't say that. Do not put words in my mouth. I said you're preaching about picking up women and how to get with them, and yet you're single out of under 20 years. It's hypocritical.
I don't want to name names, but if Lauren Southern wants to bang every dude in South Africa, I don't care. I don't care who she sleeps with, who you do either. But if she's going to say, I believe in trad lifestyles and nuclear family, then yes, I'm going to say something about that. But I mean, I don't care what people do, but if their lifestyle doesn't match what they say in public, don't you think that gives me a right to actually criticize them?
Well, that just goes back to what JF said about knowing a lot about nuclear technology and not using it. So she can advocate for a traditional lifestyle and not necessarily.
Okay, but I don't advocate for anything I don't do. I'm not telling men to get married. I'm not telling men to do anything I don't do. So your example, it doesn't work. It doesn't apply.
Because you said it doesn't? It absolutely does.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do. I do know what I'm talking about. The facts are you are preaching about picking up women, and you're saying you know a lot about women, yet you are unsuccessful with them. That does not, you have not debunked that at all.
You hear what you are saying. You are confusing sleeping with a woman with marrying one. You are saying, why don't you have love and long-term marriage? Because I don't teach that. I never did. I teach men how to sleep with easy girls or girls who are attracted to them. That's what I'm good at. That's what I do. And that's what men who read my work know how to do.
May I ask,
it's so simple as that.
But you said earlier that some of your books are based on looking for women who have, you know, like higher standards, I suppose, like is what you're saying too.
Okay, yeah, I do tell men, if you want to settle down with a woman, she better have a lot of check boxes, because you don't want to get screwed down the line with a woman that you love who doesn't have the values to stay with one man for the rest of her life. So this is why I always teach men what the warning signs are. Now, can a man use my work to find a wife? Sure. But is that my intention? No.
Well, when you're writing about that, it does seem like it's your intention. If you're
Where?
what Andy just said is what I'm saying. So it does seem like your intention if you're specifically
a book, an article that says this, that hey, this book is intended to help you find love. Please point that, Andy, too. So I've never done that. I've never advocated for that. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I know you've been historically a PUA, a pickup artist, but do you consider yourself today a pickup artist, or do you fall more within the MGTOW, the men gone their own way route?
You know, I don't really care so much about the labels. I don't get caught up in it. I don't care what people call me. People still call me to this day men's rights activist, and I don't give a shit. I don't care. But I can tell you, what do I do right now as a single man? Do I meet girls and do I bring them home? Yes. I mean, am I a trad guy? No. So
well, you said on Twitter you were. If I'm trad, so.
Yeah, what that was, Brittany, was a joke. Since you are not trad, then I'm definitely not either.
I would like to beg to differ. These cookies, number one.
Right, so we have a super chat from Edwin Griffiths for £5 who says, those cookies are store-bought. I demand evidence of baking or it's a hoax.
Yeah.
Look, I sunk my teeth into them to create the patterns.
Do you define yourself as a traditional woman?
I mean, how could I not be traditional? Like, look at me. Like, look, for example, like, Roosh was talking about triathletes, and that's a lot of what I want to talk about today. And he's saying that these girls aren't traditional because they're thoughts. But how is asking for money on Patreon not traditional? Like, men are giving you money. That's traditional.
Yeah, normally men give a woman money to take care of his kids. You probably can't even take care of yourself.
Oh. Brittany?
These cookies would like to argue with that. But anyway.
I mean, why is it that anytime I see you, a picture of you, your shirt is getting lower and lower? It's like you know how the income comes in. You are not dumb, but you're playing dumb. You know that the lower that shirt is, the more those beta bucks come in. And hey, if that's your hustle, that's fine. But don't blow smoke up my ass and say, oh, but if she does this, it's trad. No, it's not. You know what you are doing. You know that you are displaying your body for money. You know it.
I'll have you know that I am traditional. I cook once a week. I do my laundry once a month. I make my bed sometimes. Sometimes my significant other does it, but that's besides the point. Like, I cook stuff, like I cook Chef Boyardee. I cook mac and cheese by Kraft. I cook ramen. And did I say ramen already? Yeah. So
Andy,
how is that non-traditional? Like you're saying I'm not traditional, yet you don't even know me. You don't even know my lifestyle.
Andy.
Like, the trad life didn't choose me. I chose
Brittany.
How did you find a guest that is more mentally retarded than the pug that's on my bed?
Brittany, do you think you're mentally retarded?
I think that women are traditionally retarded.
Okay, so
so you think, and you are stating that women are on average less intelligent than men, and that you feel good in that role. Is that correct? That's my first question. And then my second question is, do you live a lifestyle where you consider that you manipulate men for money and for resources being drawn toward you?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the first question again?
The first question is: do you do consider and acknowledge that women are less intelligent than men?
No. I think that they average out about equal, but you know, women don't really have to use it as much, such as with being funny. It's not really a skill that they need to develop, so therefore they don't have to use it.
So the expectation for women is lower, so they have to make less effort to obtain the same result.
Yes, it's very look based. The guys don't really care how intelligent a woman is typically.
Following up on that, do you consider that you manipulate men to drag resources in your direction?
I don't think it's manipulation any more than someone using and when I say clickbait, I don't mean the way where it's unrelated to the video. I mean the way where it's an interesting title but still related to video. I think it's about the same as using clickbait, which 90% of YouTubers use, and I'm sure Roosh himself has used it. And I don't understand when Roosh has said before that women are scamming men essentially, because he's basically implying that women are thoughts are being fraudulent, and I don't understand how that's fraudulent, because they're not promising anything that they're not giving. They're not like, hey, give me money, I'll give you this. Oh, I'm not giving you that. That's not what they're doing.
If you present an image to people who are financially supporting you that is a lie, that is false, that is fraud.
So, for example, when you called out Lauren Rose, how was she being fraudulent? What was she representing that wasn't true?
Going on there. I sent her a comment saying how she's trying to maximize attention online, and she said something back. I don't know what that was.
You don't know, but you made a video based on that?
I did make a video on Trad Thoughts where she got 20 seconds of it. I said something like she is doing the exact same thing as you, but she is worse than you because she is presenting herself as like this alt-right trad girl who's like a virgin, or I don't know. So at least one thing about you that's not that bad is that you're not trying to present yourself as this virtuous girl. At least I'm just pointing out how you are using your body to get paid, no different than what a cam whore does. You're one step away from that.
And that's exactly what you said, not the one step away part, but that you're basically saying that people like Lauren Rose are the same as a cam whore. And I just don't understand why you think that someone owning a camera and speaking about their opinions into a camera makes them a cam whore.
Do you think men are watching you to know what your opinions are? I got some bad news.
With Lauren Rose, for example, she hasn't shown anything. I've never seen her have cleavage or wear any revealing tops or anything like that. There's been no evidence to suggest that she's a thought. So why are you calling her, for example, a trap thought?
Her overall appearance is a little bit higher. She doesn't have the lower your rating is, the more boobs and butt that you have to show.
So you're saying you're thinking highly of her? I'm confused.
I'm saying that most men who follow her, all they need to do is see her face and they will proudly do whatever she wants.
So now if you have a pretty face, now it's becoming fraudulent, yes. Now it's bad. But if it's a guy that's attractive, he's not doing that. He's actually just preaching real ideas.
Woman donates money on the internet to a man that she thinks is good looking. Can you name one, please?
Mr. Epstein sells his underwear and socks to women.
To who? Gay people?
We don't know if it's women, to be honest with you. It might be.
No, you don't know. You can't even name one, but you can name dozens of girls that are getting.
Hold on. Why are you moving that goalpost? You asked me to name one, and I named you one, and now you're just like, oh, but name all these.
No. Andy said that there's no way to say that he has a horde of female. 99% females are donating cash to him.
Hang on, Brittany, I want to ask you. Okay, but first of all, James Larrymore, thank you for the $50. Appreciate that, bud. He says, I've seen Brittany cook. She's a trad. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that. But I want to say, Brittany, you know, do you at least agree in some sense that
hold up, you're doing JF's job. That's JF's job, Andy.
What?
You're my team.
Don't forget you're on Brittany's side.
hang on. I have to make because the thing that I wanted to challenge Roosh V on in particular was the comment about me on his stream with Laura Loomer. We'll do that in a bit, but right now we're on this conversation right here. But I want to say, while we're on this topic, do you not at least agree that there are women online who may not have, I would say, the most interesting things to say, who still get massive amount of views, particularly because they may be showing a little bit of tite?
I think that men do too, not with the tip part, but as far as like streaming, for example, because that's my forte, so I'm going to use streaming as an example. When they literally just sit there and play games, and they will get more money than women do, actually, in my experience, because the women, it's easy for them to rise to, like, let's say, like a mediocre tier streamer, like you get like a few hundred views, but for guys, it's very easier to rise into like the 10,000s and the thousands and such like that, and they get way more money because it's just a male audience, and that's just how it is. And men like to watch men more than they do like to watch women. Some men like to watch women, but most guys will volunteer to watch men. Same thing with me. I watch mostly women.
Well, fair enough. However, with that being said, sorry, JF, but with that being said, isn't there still a big chunk of women out there, that are called titty streamers? Like what's her face? The that one who became famous in like a second. Come on, someone in the chat may know the one.
What, Zoe Berger?
Zoe Berger, like people like that. There's a few of them out there.
Well, there's a huge difference between streamers such as myself and Zoe Berger. I'm just wearing stuff I would wear outside, and I'm just streaming my content. Other girls, that's a different type of stream where they're doing squats, doing their jiggly jumpies, like purposely like moving their tits around for donation stuff. I don't do that. I don't.
I'm not saying you do that. I'm not saying you do that, but let's say, okay, let's a split male and
no.
female
I'm answering the
right
question.
Now.
So, I see women all the time on Twitch that will have bigger boobs than me, and they stream consecutively, and they don't make it. They get like 20 viewers consistently, and that's all they get because it's not really just down to boobs. If you're just sitting there with boobs, you're not going to be entertaining. People, I don't think will really stay. I don't think people just stay for, or everyone. I don't think a majority of people just stay for my boobs. Because if I just sit there and do nothing consistently, over and over, they're not going to be entertained. That's boring. Having just cleavage sitting there, that's boring. Other girls, such as like Zoe Berger, they're doing something with it. They're jumping up and down. They're doing their little workouts, whatever. But yeah, there's other girls on Twitch that have cleavage and they're unsuccessful.
Yeah. So Roosh, what do you think about that?
One thing I would ask her is, what percentage of your audience would you keep if you were a man? If you were a man and they never knew you and you did the same type of content, what percentage decrease?
This is almost as bad as when Sargon was like, Richard, what would we do if there's bears in the ethno state? It's just kind of an irrelevant question because the fact is I'm a female, and you're going to say, oh, nobody will watch you. But the thing is, I've streamed consistently with a shirt on, covering everything. I've worn turtlenecks, and I get about the same amount of viewers. It just depends on what entertainment I'm doing that day.
Maybe people would think that I would say you would get 10% of the viewers, 1%.
You're incorrect.
0%. You would get 0%. You would have no one watching you. No one even clicked to see you unless you were showing off your boobs or whatever. You would get nothing. There are so many men who are unknown who are 10 times more interesting than you, that the only reason you have anything is because you are a girl. Girls nowadays cannot fail. They literally cannot fail. There is no way for a woman in the West to fail at all, to starve, to go.
It's wrong, and I'm going to tell him why it's wrong.
And then how, for example, JF and I, we do these streams, and they're pretty popular. How do you think we do it without having?
Because you actually provide value.
So because I have a vagina, I don't provide value.
No, I say
that's what you're saying, and it's incorrect.
If you were a man, you wouldn't get nearly as much as you're getting now.
As I said,
JF, the men actually want to hear what they have to say. Women like being entertained by them.
No
If you
offense to Andy,
guy,
but he doesn't really say any ideas. He just kind of like, does kind of what PewDiePie does and goes over stuff and hosts these shows and such. So
I'm
I
on
don't think
Roosh's
you're
side.
correct
like
with
Andy,
that.
that's fine. I don't.
Wait. I make jokes. I keep people entertained.
No, yeah, I'm saying that, but I'm saying you don't push like ideas and stuff like that. That's not a bad
understand
thing.
the mentality of the audience. For example, what was it? 2 days ago, JF and I had a stream. First 30 minutes or so were a little bit slow, and I DM'd fucking JF, hey, the audience seems a little bit bored. I'm gonna spice things up. And when I did that, we got 2,000 more viewers, and the show got a lot more entertaining because the value I provide is I understand what the audience wants.
Yes, no, I agree with you, and I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying that you don't promote ideas. You're not a philosopher. I'm saying that you do similar to what I do. I entertain people, and he's saying, "Oh, you have a vagina, therefore you cannot entertain people. Therefore, nobody watches you because of your entertainment value. They only watch you because of your vagina." And that's just untrue. He's saying that. No, I'm not finished speaking.
I'm a
I
scientist,
will complete my sentence. He is saying that there's other guys that don't get any attention, but the fact of the matter is, I've already addressed this in my own work on Twitch with streamers. Men are the most successful. In fact, if you go to the most followed channels, you have to go down to number 80 the last time I checked just to get to a female. And I'm not pulling a wage gap stuff. I'm just saying that's how it is because men like to watch men. So he's just incorrect. Men promote men. Lots of men are successful. More men are successful on entertainment platforms than women because mostly men watch and men like watching men. That's why he's incorrect.
There is one very simple experiment we can do, Brittany, to prove what I'm saying. I want you for the next month to wear a burqa during all of your live.
I can't do that on Twitch. I've wanted to do that on Twitch.
Cover everything except your eyes. Then
no, guys don't have to do that. That's completely unfair. I will cover as much as you cover up, and that's what I did. I did that for a week or so. I wear.
To prove me wrong, cover
I already
everything.
proved you wrong.
Cover
Check
everything.
my past
Wear a
podcasts.
normal shirt.
I wore normal shirts for many of my streams. I wore them consistently. If you look at my past month broadcast, the majority of it is me wearing a turtleneck. So you're just incorrect.
We have a super chat from Gabriel Lopez and Bucks. He says, I actually watch Warski live for the occasional nip slip. Well, good luck, Gabriel. My t-shirt is pretty tight. I don't think you're going to get a nip slip.
No, he meant my nip slip. I just showed my nip. Oh, our viewers just went up 100 people. See?
Now, what I wanted to ask to Roosh is, in all fairness to Brittany, when we do public speaking, we try to put some intellectual content in it. We care about what we want to express, and we care to produce interesting content. But then we put some lights. I have lights here so that my skin looks good to people. We improve the quality of the video, things that are completely aesthetics. And in fact, the microphone quality is very important to success on YouTube. If I understand your critique correctly, you're not saying these things are bad in and of itself. You're just calling out the hypocrisy of doing that while saying, I'm a trad woman. You're calling the difference out, but you're not saying that it's wrong in and of itself for women to display their boobs on Twitch.
I just think it's impossible for a woman online to be honest with why most people watch them. That's all. I'm just trying to point out, I don't care if Brittany gets 1 million people who watch her every month. That's great. If she can get as much money that's fine. But I mean, why can't she admit that most of those people are men who are lonely, who see her as like a girlfriend, or maybe that if they donate enough, they'll get some access?
Because I do the opposite. I don't really pander to my audience or my male audience like that. There is one thing I will say, that when you have cleavage on Twitch, is it clickbait? Yes, it can be considered clickbait. It attracts them, but it does not hold them unless you're doing something with them, as I stated earlier, like you're doing jumping jacks, bouncing your tits or whatever. It does not hold them, hence why there's women in like the 20 viewer range that have cleavage. And I'm not being dishonest. I'm being very honest. I don't see how it's being dishonest, and I just explained that to you. I just debunked everything you said, and you're still kind of going on with the same point. And men also do the same things that women do. Men go, you kind of sit there and say, oh my God, these girls are so pretty. How dare they be pretty and do this? It's a lie. It's a scam. And men do that. Men try to make themselves look good, just like JF said. He puts on lights, like, you want to be presentable, you want to look good. It's not their fault for looking good. And then you go and you have like Laura Loomer on, and she's not a trad thought because she's ugly. Apparently, like, that's the reason or whatever. So if you're pretty, you're a thought for having a camera, but if you're ugly, you're not, even though they have Laura Loomer and them have zero difference. And you had her on your show white knighting her the whole time.
And we have a $20 donation from Kumbala. Thank you very much. I have a girlfriend and don't see anything wrong with Venti's stream. I'm actually there for her personality, not tits. She's successful because not many women have her humor. On the flip side, there are countless guys with her same humor. So Kumbala,
yes, but a lot of them don't stream, and some of them are successful, some of them aren't. It doesn't really come down. It only comes down to gender when you're talking about who's the top percent, who's not. The top percent by a large margin is men.
But okay,
and there were studies
Brittany,
done too.
I'm not saying not all women provide value. There are women who are entertaining. However, do you not at least see the point that being attractive and showing cleavage as well as having value would amplify your audience?
Yeah, and so does having a good mic and having a good personality and all other things. There's nothing wrong with.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Look, if I was a chick, I'd be wearing tight shirts as well, but it would probably amplify my audience probably 50%.
In my case, it doesn't. I get about the same amount of viewers. I've checked the statistics.
How do you know if you're not a guy?
No, you're saying like cleavage versus not cleavage, for example. That's what I'm saying. There's not much of a difference. I've checked the statistics for mine. So it's, for me, it's not so much that. Sure, it can help. Like I said, it can be clickbait. It can be considered clickbait. But guys do the same thing. They want to look good. Everyone wants to look good. I don't know why we're focusing. Like, for example, there's nothing called you-boobers. It's just
Brittany
Twitch
proves
booty
that all
streamers.
women want to be valued on anything but their looks. The most beautiful woman out there just dreams of a man saying, "You are so smart." Women hate that. So she's right now like every other girl. No, men don't only like me because of my cleavage. They like me because I'm interesting and funny. Maybe some do, but if you were ugly, doesn't matter how interesting and funny you are, you would get a fraction of the followers that you get now.
That's not even a relevant argument. That's like saying, oh, if anyone here was uglier, they wouldn't be getting hypothetical. Oh, I don't think they would be getting what they're getting now. I don't care about I don't really care about your opinion with that.
Men don't follow me because I am good looking.
The majority of the men the majority of people on the internet are men. And this is your problem, Roosh. You come from a place of jealousy when you're saying this. And
jealousy of what?
Because
what do you have?
Because you go on your video about Trad Thoughts saying, oh, they get so many compliments. I only get 2. How do you think that comes across?
Well, it comes across that it's a point to make that a woman can copy and paste ideas of men and get 10 times more views and bucks.
No, they don't.
So, I mean, how do I feel that my ideas are being maybe used so that a woman who doesn't care about the movement she's in can make some money? Does it bother me a little bit? Yeah.
Hey, Roosh V, I want to ask you a question. Weibo, what's going on, Weibo? She threw in $5 to say, oh, what about girls who obsess over their favorite boy band members or YouTube guys to the point where they literally can't even?
Yeah, like Onision, he has a lot of teenage girl fans that support him.
There are those girls who will go, oh my God, it's so fucking hot, I'm gonna suck his dick. Right?
What do I think about that?
Yeah. Like, I mean, don't you agree that it goes both ways? Where there are a lot of girls.
That's a more clear way that men, they advertise that they are high status and sexy and talented. So of course they're going to get mostly females who want to come to their shows. Yeah, but that's something else. That's more like the pop music. This isn't like this is the dissident.
But even someone along the lines of what's his name, the Jake Paul, where they're like, standing outside his house and they're like, oh my God, Jake Paul has blonde hair and his body.
But he is not doing videos and at the same time saying that people follow me because of my intellectual ideas. People admire me
you're-
because I am moving. I'm pushing the movement, and we're gonna fight the globalists or whatever it is. He's just he is honest. He is a basic clown. He knows he is a clown. He clowns it up. He says, "Look at me, everyone." So I mean, I don't see any fraud there.
And I didn't see Lauren Rose say that she was traditional ever at any point yet.
Okay, I think she did. I think she can't stop saying how she believes whites should only, make families with other whites, and the alt-right is fine. Those ideas are fine.
That's her belief. She's not saying she's a tradition.
But that tends to imply traditionalism when you're going back in time to more of a traditional ideas.
I really think that you're focusing on women.
Why are you white knighting for her? Did she give you talking points before this so you can defend her honor or something? Like, why do you care about her?
You want to talk about defending honor? You want to talk about defending honor?
If she wants to argue with me, she can come on.
You defended Laura Loomer for 2 hours. You're like, oh my God, baby Loomer. No, they don't hate you. They just hate you because they want to fuck you. It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby.
Are you jealous that I'm actually giving positive attention to another girl who is friendly?
Okay, let's go over just 2 things. We'll get to that in 1 second. First of all, opinions hurt. Just threw $20. Fuck these 2. Check Twitter. Get Jim on now. I just checked Twitter. Apparently, and JF, you'd probably find this funny. Apparently, on Sargon's new stream, he got so mad at alt-writers who were in his chat that he called them a bunch of niggers. He just went, "You're all fucking being a bunch of niggers right now."
I'm glad that Sargon Akkad is recognizing race realism finally. after joining collectivism, he now understands race realism.
Sargon, he has to calm the fuck down. Wow.
Now,
yeah.
We were back on the discussion, and it brings back to our earlier point, which I think Brittany didn't resolve really. Brittany said that she was a trad woman, and as such, used for the support of this cookies that do not qualify as sufficient evidence to define her as a trad woman. Brittany, 1, are you trolling? 2, do you define as a conservative? And 3, do you think that most conservatives in America think that your lifestyle is moral?
Can you repeat the third one? That was a little bit confusing.
Do you think that most conservative, because I think that at some point on your Twitter or on some mainstream media, I saw that you were defined as a conservative activist. Do you define yourself as a conservative activist?
I define myself as right-leaning. When I took the political compass test, believe it or not, it was literally like 1 dot to the right, just like center here, 1 dot to the right. So I guess on a technicality, yeah, I guess I am conservative.
Do you think that most conservatives in America agree with your lifestyle?
I don't think they would really have a problem with it. I mean, my family on my dad's side, the one I lived with, they're conservative. They've all voted Trump. They don't have a problem. They found out about my streaming. I didn't tell them. They were like insane about it. They're like, oh my God, that's so cool. Da, da, da. So I don't think they would really have an issue with it. But I just want to go back to what we were talking about earlier. I think that he is coming from a bad place, and he says, "Oh, how am I jealous?" And then he goes and says, "Oh, maybe I'm a little bit jealous." And he admits it, and it's really funny. And I think that he's also not realizing that when he's saying, "Oh my God, these girls are getting all these compliments, I'm not." That's because a majority of your viewers are men. There's not enough gay men to go and compliment you, and that's how it is. Women just also receive more hate than a lot of guys. Women get called a bitch, they get called so many names, like whores, like if you breathe you a thought, like I know that's a meme, but some people do take that literally, and they get a lot of shit for it. I personally get a lot of shit, like from people like Roosh saying, "Oh, thought."
I don't come after you.
You did. You've tweeted me before. That's
when?
okay.
Once, twice.
Once. It was I don't know, long ago, maybe a year ago.
Listen, if you're
I'm not talking about just you. I'm saying multiple people.
I know, but listen, if you're getting called these names and getting attacked a lot, you must not mind it that much if you're still doing it.
No, I don't mind it that much because it's the internet.
About it?
I'm saying I'm not complaining about it personally. I'm not saying, well, someone white knight me like Loomer did. No, I'm saying that for the point of you saying that women get a lot of compliments as to men they don't, which I don't even know why that matters to you so much. But anyway, because like who cares? Like people go on girls that look like fridges fucking Instagram, girls that literally a fridge shape and compliment them. Their compliments are invalid. But anyway, the point is they get a lot of hate too. It's a huge reaction. It's also it's a hate reaction and it's a love reaction. It's not just pure love and la la cookie land.
Someone challenged you, Roosh, here. Kumbala, 20 bucks, says, Roosh, you are making the equivalent of the wage gap argument. There are less women doing what Venti does, while plenty of guys do what she does. Therefore, there's going to be less successful men compared to women. Get it now?
I don't know in the gamer stream what the ratio is. I'm not a gamer, so if that's correct.
Then why are you talking about women?
You are not just a gamer. You have kind of encroached.
If you don't know what you're talking about,
right. You have encroached out of the gamer sphere. That's why. You are not happy alone. You're trying to suck up all the beta males that are in the right.
Oh, you want to talk about beta males, such as the ones that donate to you?
They don't.
It's the same people. It's not. Oh, yes, they do. They look for someone to lead them. That's not beta. They're looking up to you. That's not beta. That's the fact that they're looking for someone to lead them. They absolutely are the same people that you're talking shit about when you're saying that they support these trad thoughts.
I give them the same people. Advice.
Where are they coming from? They're coming from there.
Can I talk? I give them advice which gets them laid, which puts them on a path that they're traveling, they're getting different kind of jobs. I change their life. So they donate $10 a month for life changing. That's not bad.
Because they were beta.
All men start out as like a man who doesn't know what he is doing. And if you are raised in the Western culture, it's almost a guarantee that you are getting spit out of college after all those years of being brainwashed with social justice stuff. You're not coming out of there as a strong man. So sometimes it takes a man like me to say it's okay to be a man and to go after what you want. So it's not that I'm turning a beta male into an alpha male, but unleashing what was in there.
You talk about people repeating ideas, and meanwhile, there's people, for example, yourself, you go and you act like the trad thought thing was like all on your own. Meanwhile, you got it from the fucking Taiwanese sweater knitting forum. You got it from there. They were talking about trad thoughts for like 2 weeks straight, and you're like, looks like I'm going to use that as my topic and pander to them for money. And then you get mad at trad thoughts for you're accusing them of doing that. Meanwhile, that's exactly what you're doing. You just want them to stop donating to these trad thoughts so they can donate to you. And it works. On your stream, for example, when what was his name? Peter Sweden, his first donation went to you. It clearly works.
Reading notes from like your laptop or something? Like are these jokes? Is this like a comedy stint or something?
I don't know. Do you guys think it's funny? Do you guys think it's a comedy stint?
I think you need to focus.
I think your views are comedic. I think your views are fucking comedic.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
I said I think your views are comedic.
I'm wondering, JF, you've been sitting there listening. JF, what are your thoughts on this argument?
Well, I mean, I love what both are saying. I think that at a rational level, I agree with Rouge V. His statements of facts are correct. There is, it is true that there are women who would not be as successful, and they would be not nearly as successful as they are without their looks. On the other hand, I admire Brittany so much because she adds to that a form of social, a form of intellectualism through the way she answers stuff. She is a complex streamer. She does not fall into the category of booby streamers as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm not convinced that she is a conservative activist in any sense of the word, but maybe she self-identifies as this as a result of her test that she did on the internet.
Roosh didn't address anything I said. Next thing you know, he's going to be like, getting
You didn't
angry
say
that I'm reading the fact that I'm reading chat on the fucking YouTube stream.
What did you say? I don't even understand what you're saying. You said
So
something.
that's your retort? You don't understand what I'm saying when I'm
No,
speaking?
no. Okay, let's
saying
try to parse what you said. You said I stole the trad thought attack from somewhere else.
Yeah, you're pandering to the same people. You're pandering to those people. You know who they are. You know what I'm talking about. And you're trying to pretend that's an idea of your own when it's not. And you're out to say like, oh, don't donate to these traditional women, donate to me. And it works. Like I said, Peter Sweden did the same. He donated too. It's like, oh, my first donation went to you. It works. That's clearly what you're doing.
If I saw or see the dissident right being infiltrated by men who have no interest in what the ideology or what the movement actually represents, I call that out. And a lot of men say, like, yeah, you are right.
Where'd you get the term trad thought?
From my own eyes, which I can use.
From your own eyes, definitely not an anime insurance forum. Your own eyes, definitely. Why are you gonna go and lie? That's why you're friends with Loomer. Y'all just fucking lie. Gonna pretend that you didn't just get the idea off of the internet and tried to pander to them for money. Like you realize you have what is that thing called? You have open. What is it called? Freestarter or whatever. It's like the same thing as Patreon. You have that open, and so does Loomer. She has a $500 tier, I believe, that offers nothing. And you're on your stream talking about how you are basically shit talking these trad thoughts, but not Loomer, and she's like right there. You don't think that's kind of like dishonest? And then your whole stream, you guys aren't naming names. You don't think that's shady? You don't think anything's wrong with any of this?
Well, all I do know is that if I cut this shirt a little bit low, I'll get 20 times more the monthly donations than I get right now.
So what do you want me to? What would you like me to do? Because I've streamed.
I don't care. Do what you want.
I've streamed plenty with. I streamed plenty with turtlenecks. I've streamed covered up.
Look.
So I'm gonna roll out of bed without doing anything.
Let Roosh respond.
I don't care what you do. I don't care if you take thousands and thousands. I really don't care. You're not even, when I was talking about trad thoughts, you weren't even part of it. I didn't put you there.
Said I was.
So, I mean, you're like coming after me, but I'm just telling you, I don't care what you do. I'm just saying, be honest about why men watch you. That's the only point I was trying to make. I don't care. You stream naked. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But just don't say that, hey, I'm showing all my bits, but people like me because of my personality. That's the only point I actually will stay for.
I trust this.
Roosh, would you say, though, like, not all people are watching Brittany just because her tits?
I would say the vast majority are.
All right, then Salt Wota through $20. Thank you very much. He goes, do a straw poll live on stream. Would you watch Brittany if she was a man? Yes or no? We'll do 1 for yes, 2 for no, and we'll see how this goes.
Oh, they're definitely not going to troll at all, right?
This is actually very hard. This is a hard question because people might not know. For example, I'm a fan of Brittany. If you ask me, I like her personality, but I probably wouldn't watch her if she wasn't a woman. It's part of who she is, and it's part of our attraction.
Yeah, like I said, it's just like the Richard. What would we do if there's bears in our ethno state? It's just such an irrelevant question. Like some people, maybe they do watch me because of my chest, but I've covered up plenty of times, and I've had the same amount of viewers.
Would you be upset if you found out that 90% of people watch you just because of how you look?
I mean, it would be a little bit irritating that if my personality was getting, or what I provide, or any entertainment I provide, I wouldn't call it my personality because a lot of entertainment I do isn't my personality. But I would be annoyed if people weren't noticing that at all. And it was just about like how I look, period. Because then it's like, okay, well, all that effort is pointless. But
so the fact that you would be annoyed by it shows that there is no way you can be honest to say that, hey, yeah, most people do watch me because of my
I have been honest. You need to stop accusing me of being dishonest.
Me, on the other hand, if it turns out that 100% of men watch me because of how I look, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Okay. I don't care how people get value from what I do. I think they don't. But even if they do, if a girl that I date only likes me because I'm tall, I don't care. instead of because I'm so smart. I don't care. So I don't pick and choose how people interpret value I get. I don't care. So you are hung up on it. It's because you're a woman.
Okay, so I tell you that if my efforts are going to waste when I'm hung up on it, no, you're incorrect. Stop putting words in my mouth. You have done that several times throughout this stream. I have said several times, I've been honest. I said, number one, cleavage does give you clickbait. There are men that want to see cleavage. They will click it, but it will not retain them. I have seen this through and through. I've been a streamer for years. Number two, you're saying that I am not honest. Oh, sorry, I already addressed that. And sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. What was the second thing you said?
Okay, look. Okay, fine. Just to make you feel good.
Oh yeah, the annoyed thing. You're telling me. Sorry, I remember what I was going to say. So you're saying that just because I would be a little bit annoyed if my efforts went to waste, therefore I care so much about it. That's not true. I'm saying it would be a little bit irritating if I had put effort into anything and it got ignored. If I gave my boyfriend a gift and he ignored it and just was like, "Oh, you're pretty," like that would be pretty annoying.
So what you're telling everyone, every man, is how to get you into bed. Do not compliment how you look. Never. Only compliment how she's so fun and her personality and she's really a smart girl. Do not compliment this girl on how she looks because it'll make her angry.
So what you're saying is this is what I'm going through right now. But that's not how you get me. I want to be told I'm attractive by my partner. That is something I would love to be told.
But not as much as being told that you are intelligent, funny, interesting, and so on.
If it came to my partner, I really wouldn't care. Through our
stream, you're giving men online a blueprint on how to get you.
Are you copy and pasting what you said to Loomer? Is this like a copy and pasting to you? I can see why you're a pickup artist. Literally Control-C, Control-V. There's no blueprint. I don't care for anyone to go after me. I'm taken. I am not single. I am not available. I am not giving a blueprint. I am saying that I would personally love to receive compliments from my significant other just as much as I would for personality. I compliment my significant other and his looks all the time.
We have
that I don't like his personality. I love his personality.
You want me to hook it up? Do you want me to introduce you to her? Because you keep talking about her, and I'm not.
I've known her before you.
Okay.
Now
so
we have a super chat coming straight from Lauren Saturn herself with $5 Canadian. I started watching Brit before I had any social media presence. Thought she was hilarious. Also, show nip Warski.
Oh, okay, sure.
Thanks for Lauren Saturn, and they will show nip. So Brittany, Roosh had mentioned in one of his videos that if women cared about the traditional lifestyle and if they were truly right-wing, they would do what you need to do as part of this line of thought, which is to get off the internet and start making babies. Is that a correct evaluation of your statement, Roosh?
Something, yeah, because it's not very, very trad to attention whore online.
Brittany, would you agree with this interpretation of the right-wing lifestyle, which is built around family, not around using your body to display to others and producing babies? Do you agree that these are fundamental aspects of conservative thought in the US?
I think that, yes, having babies is important and it's like definitely essential, but that doesn't mean like as soon as you turn 18, bam, bitch, you having babies. Like, I'm not even trying to pull like current year argument, but you have to understand that it is very difficult to have children as soon as you're like 18, 19, 20 in with how it is now due to like feminists and what they're pushing. Like they push so hard that women have to go into the military. They like pushed for that. They want to work. It's like, why don't you just want to be home and raise kids? That's like, why would you want to go and try to be a man? I don't really get that much either, and I don't like it, but that's the way it is. And now you require like both parents to even work sometimes in a family. So you can't, it's really difficult unless you want to go for someone that's much older than you and has a lot more money.
How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Oh, I have a good question here. Someone was messaging me. First of all, James Larrymore, thank you for the $50, man. Appreciate it. Says Lauren Southern should have my babies.
Now,
Thanks
just
for
before this one, we also had a response to Lauren Southern. Salt Wota for $20 Canadian says, cool super chat, Lauren, but everything Roosh is saying applies to you. If you were a man, you would lose most of your audience too. Shots fired.
Oh, and Lauren wanted to see my nip slip. I did throw the nip slips out there, Lauren. I hope you appreciated that.
I think
I want to ask
Lauren
one
probably
thing.
hates me now.
What do
She
you think
hates
Lauren doesn't like you? Why?
because she's the biggest tree, so everyone is taking hits at her. So when you think trad thought, how can you not think? I mean, her name comes out, even though I'm not trying to go after her. I think
No, you're
she
just trying to get away with it.
associates
Well, may I
my
ask
trad
you,
thought attacks against her.
Roosh? Well, Roosh, so you prefer women to be more trad, or as people who don't know, traditional, right?
I mean, I think for my future potential wife, yeah.
Because you have
think.
articles here that I've seen.
But really,
the
it's
hunt
not
for
me.
the. No, I was just saying you have like articles here, like the hunt for the moral woman. A woman have been tricked into living like men, and you have another one here. A woman who don't have babies go crazy. So you're trying to promote trad women, right?
What I am saying is the damage that living a promiscuous, typical cosmopolitan lifestyle is. Now, am I telling Brittany and everyone you have to live in this way? No. Again, I don't care how she lives, but
my point is though, sorry for interrupting, but my point is if you're trying to promote a traditional woman and men to find traditional women, then why are all your books about how to fuck women across Europe?
Because those articles are intended more for men who want to look beyond the banging, who, okay, I banged. I'm not getting any type of happiness out of that. Now, if I want to find a long-term relationship or wife, what should I look for? So those articles are more geared for guys who are hunting for the long-term thing.
And yeah, I think that a fair representation of Rouge V's view of the world is that there are different types of women out there. It's like there's two ecosystems. There are certain types of women with whom you could spend your life, and there are certain types of women with whom you absolutely want to avoid this. And so he's saying there are specific strategies and stuff you want to look into a woman if you're looking for a wife, but things that you will look away from if you're just looking for a one-night stand.
Yeah. And also, I don't think Lauren Southern has ever said that you have to be traditional. She's saying things like being traditional is better to be happier and find a better man and a better like long-term life. I don't think she's ever said you have to be traditional. She's just promoting if you are traditional, therefore you'll end up finding someone who will want to be with you long term.
I think at the minimum, Lauren sees the value of the trad type of lifestyle. But perhaps like me, that lifestyle, if you've been in the West and been living a more loose type of life, it's hard to really just go from saying, hey, I can date whoever I want. I can go to the bar tomorrow and pick up a girl and bring her home and I don't have to commit to her. It's hard to all of a sudden be like, okay, now I'm going to say I'm not going to have sex with her until we get married. So I think we have to be careful about saying what is good for people versus what we do. So I'm kind of telling guys, this is what I think is a good idea. We've lost some positive benefits from living the trad way of life, but it's really hard to achieve that today. And I don't. Maybe if I meet the right girl who says, come move with me on this farm and we're going to have a lot of babies and chickens and stuff, I could try it. But until then, I'm not there.
I watched Lauren Southern's videos and she has backed up when she has said that that traditional lifestyle is the one that makes women happier, and she usually does give a source for that. As for you, you're just giving your opinion. So I would say one has more concrete than the other.
Now, Brittany, I noticed that you tend to burp when other people speak on the Hangout. Is that a like feminist statement against the traditional view of women? Is that are you trying to get women out of the box of the polite, beautiful little thing, and you want to more act like a man? Is that a feminist SJW type message that you're doing tonight?
Yeah, I braid my armpit hair, so what? Yeah, I use my period blood as blush, whatever. I eat my placenta after I have an abortion, yeah, whatever. But no, I just am how I am. I've just always had a little, like, I tend to dress very feminine, but I've always just been a little like boyish. So it's not like on purpose I just burp. That's just how I burp. Like on stream, like occasionally like I'll have some fun with it because it entertains people, but like if I'm just like burping, I don't know.
This is one thing I've noticed. Fucking many extremely beautiful women will allow themselves to burp, kind of as a humorous statement, and as a kind of I can afford it because I'm so beautiful that even if I'm impolite, you're still gonna be all over me and be like,
listen, there's no way I could. The only way I could be polite is if every time I burp, I'm like, oh shit, let me mute the mic. Oh shit, let me unmute the mic. And that's just like going so much out of my way that I'm just not going to do it. I've tried in restaurants like before, like someone's approached me about my burp and I've covered it, and it's still really loud. My burps are just really, there's no real use in it.
Maybe you should ask yourself, why do you burp so much? Maybe there's something wrong with your daily diet.
I mean,
seriously.
I would love it. I would love to go to a doctor if health insurance was affordable. That would be really cool.
Digestive system checked out, get your hormones, your estrogen, and all that stuff.
I would love to. I wish healthcare was affordable. I really do.
Yeah, I remember we were on the Kumite the other day, and Brittany, you were on. You burped so like it vibrated my earphones. I was just like, what?
The bass.
Yeah, it was drop bass. Oh, and Spooky Weeb Trash through $20. Thank you very much. She goes, it helps if you're attractive when it comes to both men and women in entertainment. But the only true way to succeed on either YouTube or Twitch, you have to be or have to have an entertaining personality. If not, stick to Instagram. What's your thoughts on that, Roosh?
Well, one more thing I want to add is that I'm not a doctor, but excess burping can be a sign that you're having some fermentation going on in your belly. You know, some excess, some maybe of certain bacteria. You need to look into some probiotics yogurt because this isn't normal. I mean, I'm just trying to be helpful. But anyway, Andy, you were saying something?
Yeah. Yeah, that super chat, I'll read it one more time. By Spooky Weeb Trash. It helps if you're attractive when it comes to both men and women in entertainment. But the only true way to succeed on either YouTube or Twitch, you have to have an entertaining personality. If not, stick to Instagram. So, Roosh, my question to you is, do you think that while the attractiveness of a woman would help on views and how many people you have watching, do you think that if you're only attractive and don't have an entertaining personality that you could still make it?
If you're a woman, it is possible. If you're a man, no way. I mean, if you're a man, and even if you're a good-looking guy, but you're not entertaining, informative, sharing knowledge, and you have a YouTube, you're not going to make it. I mean, look at that young kid, 19-year-old Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
And Nick, you know,
we had him on the show.
If he's 19-year-old guy who has such a large YouTube following. But I mean, if a 19-year-old girl had that kind of following and she looks good, that doesn't really mean that her ideas are good. So
neither
that's
does
what
being
I
an
would
ugly
say.
guy. Being an ugly male does not mean your ideas are better.
Well, it's more of an indicator. It's more if you're an ugly guy. Okay, if an ugly guy the exact same birthday as you has more followers than you, I guarantee his ideas and knowledge is better.
No, you're incorrect. Look, you know how many dumbasses are the top streamers at Twitch? You know how many dumbasses are literally just doing drama?
It's normal YouTube channels. I'm not a gamer. Then he must play the game better than you do.
No, it has nothing to do with that. People watch professional players separately.
You're in denial.
I'm in denial. I know what I'm talking about. I've been a streamer for years. I see what's at the top, and I see what's in the middle, and I see what's at the bottom. And I'm telling you, there are people that are really unintelligent, and all they do is like either just like leech off other people or cause drama, etc.
Drama is value for a lot of people. Why do you think people watch?
But it requires no intelligence.
This stream? They're watching this stream because they're hoping that I do something crazy.
Yeah.
There's people who watch DSP. Your point isn't really valid at all.
Yeah,
You're just
but
making generalities with nothing to back
blood
it up.
sports. They want me to hurt you.
Yeah.
Like, you just want, if you want, you could just go down the Twitch streaming list. Like, go down League of Legends and scroll down and tell me what you see. Tell me who's at the top. Tell me.
Hang on. Speaking of the old blood sports there, and people are enjoying 2018's blood sports. And I do eventually want to get to the whole comment you made about me on the Laura Loomer thing. However, Roosh, I have been harassed by this one girl who hates you beyond hate. Okay, her name is Annika O'Brien, and she has emailed me and messaging me constantly about setting up a debate with you. And I'm going to invite her in right now. I'll zip up so there's no dog piling. Though I think
why would I want to debate a woman who I don't know and who apparently no one else does either? I mean, why? She's going to come here and yell and scream like an idiot, probably.
Because she has boobs. You know how it goes, right?
It better be better than the other boobs that we got here.
Yeah,
in defense of Annika, I will say that she has boobs, she's a woman, and she has a check mark beside our YouTube name.
Before she comes in, I am going to guess. If she emailed you and she really hates me, she is probably the most masculine she-beast out there. Because why else would a girl care? A feminine girl doesn't care to attack a guy. Even Brittany's attacks against me were really half-assed. I mean, she's trolling and I don't know what she's even
I mean, every time I bring up something, you seem to just dodge it, or like someone else like brings up something else. Like the page, because the page. Okay, what about your Patreon? What about the fact that betas give you hundreds of dollars every month?
Sorry for interrupting, but
how do you know they are betas?
Because you're the same people.
So we have an important chat right now. Annika just said, I think I want to have Roosh V's interpretation on that. I think that she's warming up. She just said, I don't hate him. Roosh V, from a PUA perspective, is that like second base?
Hang on. Before we jump into that, sorry for interrupting. Lauren Southern wants to hop in for just 5 minutes and discuss with you the issues. Hang on. Annika, before you start, okay, Lauren, I sent you the link. She wants only like a couple minutes, she said. And then like we're gonna hey Roosh, I'm gonna step back. All right, there we go.
I mean, I will say something, Annika. She looks much less masculine. She looks much less masculine than Roosh V had described.
I don't hate Roosh. Not at all.
Okay.
All right. Before
that was quite an elaborate introduction, though.
I have to make it good. Shut up! Don't ruin my. See, women don't know how to. You know what? I'm on Roosh's side on this. Like, the women don't understand how fucking live streams work. I'm just joking, Annika. Yeah, Lauren, I sent you the link. Let's get Lauren's interpretation of what has happened between the conversation. And Annika, it's nice to meet you. She didn't really harass me. I was exaggerating that, but she did DM me about 400 times. So if you find that harassment.
It started off with during one Roosh debate that you had, and then a bunch of other people started it was a live stream where Roosh was debating somebody else, I think. Or no,
Roosh has never been on the show.
Okay, sorry about that. It was the Laura Loomer one, and you brought up his name. And the chat filled with Annika needs to debate Roosh.
Wait, no, I didn't bring up Roosh's name during that.
So you brought it up at some point because the chat got filled.
I was talking about, which me and Roosh will talk about in a few.
This was back at the beginning though, and then my Twitter got filled with telling me that I should go debate Roosh. And YouTube got filled with.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I can't think of a bigger waste of time for a man than to debate a woman. I really can't. I don't do it. There is no point. I'm not speaking about you,
Okay.
Well, are you serious? Are you
I don't do
serious?
it.
Are you
I don't do it.
Then why do you?
That's the first. When you take the red pill, that's the first thing that you learn, that women will never accept logical arguments ever. There is no point to debate a woman. I do it right now just for fun and laughs.
That's the only reason I'm here.
I'm going to convince Brittany of what I think. I'm hitting her with logic, and it goes over her frizzy hair like, geez, this girl, you can't get to that girl.
I hit you with responses as to why you're wrong, and it goes
You hit
over
me
your
with
head, in and
nonsense.
out. How about men start to listen better?
I
Since you
don't
wanted to throw
understand
generalities.
Okay. Anyway,
I got. Before the fire starts, I'm enjoying this dumpster fire. But Lauren, what's going on, Lauren? How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Sorry, I'm just about to head to the gym, so I only have a couple minutes, but I thought I'd give my 2 cents.
All right, sounds good. So
Wait, is going to the gym trad? We have to discuss this really
I have
quick.
a question for Lauren before she leaves.
Oh boy.
Cool. No,
all right. Let's Lauren, what do you make of all this?
Well, I mean, I've watched a few of the videos before. I've watched a few of the streams on this stuff, and it's kind of amusing to watch a lot of the kind of armchair psychology go on, and people speaking in just riddles and not really saying who they're talking about. And I watch this, like, for example, the last stream, people were like, oh, Brittany Pettibone has been doing so much better since she stopped doing videos with Lauren. Brittany and I are best friends. I helped set her and her boyfriend up, who are hopefully going to get married. Like, you just have all these people making things up. They have no idea what they're talking about. They are constantly misrepresenting my opinion. Like, Roosh, like, I don't hate you, man. I find some of your stuff entertaining, actually, but I certainly don't agree with you on a lot. But like, you have people saying, oh, Lauren wants to force these opinions on people. No, I'm doing the same thing that you're doing in a lot of cases. I'm saying, statistically, this is the better way to live if you want to have a happier life. I'm not even making definitive statements about myself.
The only thing I would say is that a lot of men who do follow you think, now that maybe that's not your fault, but they think you're living the trad life that you are talking about. Now, a lot of people, they know I'm not. They know I'm still out there, but they think you are kind of the ideal wife. So right, I believe, now maybe you can tell me, I think that they are your fans because in the back of their mind, they are putting their ideal female onto you.
Right, so that's a very different statement than the ones you were making earlier and on other streams, because your statement was, oh, this is fraudulent, this is false advertising, and now you're kind of backtracking and saying, maybe that's not your fault, maybe that's their assumptions. Like, if people want to assume, for example, just one minute.
Because you're telling me you didn't do that.
Hang on.
Well, why would you make that statement?
Accuse me of things I have to speak.
Hang on. Let Lauren, sorry, my camera's being wonky. I'll let Lauren finish your statement, please.
Right, like, if people want to watch Brittany's stream, although she sits there and says, hey, I have a boyfriend, I'm happily in a relationship, I'm not your waifu, I'm not this, and they want to assume that, that's not Brittany's fault at all. I've been doing videos for the past week that really don't have a whole lot to do about me. They have to do with married women who have had their families terrorized in South Africa, and I'm not on the screen a lot. They're still getting similar view counts to my other videos. So I don't know. I think I can see your point where, yeah, in some cases you will get a boost because you're a female, and people, they, especially in the conservative movement, there's not a lot of women in it. So it's like a vacuum. But I think the idea that there's no valuable content provided by women is a little nonsensical, but I do see your points on other things. I just think you're making a little extreme statements there, Roosh.
Me extreme? But look, if I will take your word for it that you are not telling people that you're living a trad type of life. But if you're not doing that, if you have said that, hey, this is the type of lifestyle I'm living, and you're not living up to that, then is it fraud? Yes. But now you are telling me that that's not what you have said. Okay, that is fine. Now, can some women give value? Yes, but 90% of the time we know that the value they give is repackaging the ideas of men into a more digestible type of content. That's what I see. I mean, I'm not saying, I don't want to attack you for not creating new ideas, because right now you are doing work that I believe is going to help a lot of people. But on average, is a woman online creating new ideas? No.
Then why?
Sorry, go ahead,
but
Brittany.
then why are you just like basically like you even admitted earlier in stream that one of the people when you're saying trad thoughts when you talk about them is Lauren Southern. Then why are you going the whole stream talking about people? One of the main was probably Lauren Southern, and then just not even mention her name. And now and before you're like, oh, all women can't I can't argue with. All women don't provide value. Now when she's here, you're backtracking. Oh, like maybe a small percent could. No. And you see all this stuff with Loomer on there. Like, how does she even
stand with the Loomer? Anyway,
you're hypocritical. Why do you have her on there yet you're saying all this stuff? Yet you have one on there. You have a failed Lauren Southern on there.
Because she, in my opinion, doesn't say that she believes in the trad type of life, and she's not showing her boobs like you do. She's actually.
Yes, she does. She had a. Oh my God! Hold up.
Are you taking your shirt off? I can't.
While Brittany does that, and we might get the boobs.
Right, but don't you think that's destructive for society? Like I saw her on stream saying you should be able to go around and sleep with whoever you want. Like that kind of advice is really destructive for society. I think even if like I'm not a perfect human being, yeah. I grew up more libertarian, and I'm trying to aspire to the ideas that I absolutely believe will give you a better life now. Unfortunately, I was more libertarian growing up. I mean, people have seen me wearing silly outfits and such when I cosplayed when I was younger. Yeah, I regret that silly stuff, but I'm trying to aspire to a better life now. We all grew up in this Marxist hellhole with indoctrination, but to go through that and know the stats and to know the reality and still go on camera and say, yeah, be a slut, sleep with whoever you want, make bad decisions. Like I was shocked that you had that on your channel and you didn't really question that, honestly.
Okay, the one thing about her that I like is that what you see is what you get. There is no.
No.
She is not saying that she is, not engaging in premarital sex, and then we find out that she did. You know what she is doing. She is very open about it. But she's not saying, hey, I'm kind of trad girl. I believe that women and men. Yeah, now is her ideas, would I advocate for her ideas? No. But would I say that, hey, at least she's not trying to pull the wool over me? Yes.
Does anyone remember this choker? It ringing any bells? Ringing any bells?
Lauren,
maybe it's the choker that Loomer had on. Like, how are you gonna say, oh, she doesn't, she's a good girl, she didn't do nothing.
Defend herself, but I don't know
my
why
little Jewish Aryan princess would never. Yes, she did. She's a failed thought.
Then
she's too ugly to be a thought. And you have her on your stream acting like she's not a thought.
I'll invite whoever I want.
Because you have a failed Lauren Southern on your stream talking about Lauren Southern on your stream.
I invited Lauren.
You white knighted her all of your stream. There's several.
I don't know if Faith and Lauren are friends anymore, but I did invite a pro-Lauren person.
I want to ask Lauren Southern. Lauren, do you at least see Roosh V's a point when he says that being an attractive woman and talking about certain subjects would increase your viewership compared to if a guy was saying it?
It's statistically true that, for example, young students are more likely to pay attention to a teacher who is attractive, and that goes for women and men. This is something that I think you would have to deny the studies on it to go against. Like, that's just a fact. I don't know why we're focusing on it so much, though. I mean, Roosh, you obviously have Patreon tiers. You have your little prince tier, your Duchess tier, or whatever it is, King tier. Duke, sorry. You have your little tiers and stuff, and I think that's cool. Like, if you want to,
but it's not from the same guys. It's not the same
audiobooks and stuff. And I give people free content from my trips and stuff. I'll give them extra videos when I'm reporting in South Africa, and I think it's really cool that people do that. I mean, I don't see the focus on this. I don't really understand what all this drama is being created.
I don't care. I don't understand. A video about it and a couple of tweets. I made the point I wanted to make. I did a live stream. I mean, I don't see. I think you people like keeping this issue alive. You
came on this stream to debate it again. I just hopped in for 2 seconds to get my thoughts.
I didn't come. Andy, did you tell me that the topic of the debate was
No,
going
I
to
just-
exist.
No,
No,
I
I
just
when
thought
you-
this was going to
Alright.
be a friendly chat, and then
No,
Brittany is
however-
like coming after me. It's like, all right,
Okay,
if she wants to
that's fine.
battle, fucking
So
battle.
to relaunch
No,
the
don't give them
discussion
that.
on
You
the
want
hang
to
on,
field,
fight?
Hang on, let
You
to
wanna
JF
fight?
relaunch the
Should I give them
discussion
Let JF
on the
talk.
field of IDs, Lauren, would you say that you are today a conservative thinker and that you apply the stuff that you preach for in your videos in your life?
I do. Yeah, for the most part, I do. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. To think that the people you watch online on the other side of the screen live perfect lives where they make no mistakes is completely ridiculous. If you make someone a hero, all you have to do is know them long enough for them to fall. No man, no woman can be an idol. We're all imperfect people. I try my best to apply these principles in my life, but I'm not a perfect human being. It's simply what I think is statistically going to make you the happiest person. And I hope that more people will look at that and go down paths that will lead them to happiness. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying you should be gassed if you don't do it. I'm saying we should promote
Shut it down.
a better way of life.
And
in popular culture.
this is what we call the alt-light. They refuse to gas.
Hey, Annika, you have something you want to
Can I say one thing first?
Yeah, because I have to
sure.
go soon.
All right, Roosh, you go,
I
and
wanted
then
to
Annika
say
go. Yeah.
is that Brittany and Lauren are saying, well, you accept money too. But I can tell you this, my relationship status doesn't affect the money that I actually get. If Lauren comes out saying, hey guys, I'm getting married, I guarantee you the amount of money she gets every month would go down by a lot.
Then we'll
And
see.
that doesn't
I
matter
say
to me. Why do you care? That doesn't matter to me.
Because I really
hope one day that I can come out and say I'm married. I hope I can.
That says that the men who are donating to you have fantasies about you. The men donating to me don't have any fantasies about me. Whether I'm married or single doesn't change anything. So this is why I think to maximize your kind of income, you have to be careful about whether you say you have a boyfriend or not.
A lot of my patrons are actually people that are married. I've actually met with patrons in bars before. They're family people. They're people that I've gone to churches with before. I have lovely, wonderful people that are not just young single men.
Men love you. I see the comments. They cannot stop.
And
talking
they hate
about
me
you.
too.
They
And
are
women love
obsessed
me and
about
hate
you.
me too.
I don't get those type of comments.
Roosh, you talk about how women get the beta bucks, but don't you think that you've written 15 books on how to smash women, that this is not pretty much the same thing, that you're like, dudes are like, I want to pay Roosh V.
Betas cannot get laid. Betas cannot go up to a girl.
They can learn how to be more alpha. But I mean, they could learn how to be more alpha. I don't think alphas who are smashing women are like, I better buy that self-help book on how to bang women. No,
I only sell alpha fucks. Alpha fucks is
how do you know how to know alpha? Come on,
man.
dude.
Alpha fucks 100% of the way. Not a single beta, he reads me.
Okay, so I'm gonna read one of your donations. I'm gonna read. Listen, I'm gonna read one of his patrons or called free starters. I don't know what they call them there, but one of his donors. It was a $500 donation to Roosh, who says, "Please go on, Roosh." No. I'm gonna read them. They're not betas. Okay, then why is this one saying that you're donating $500?
Let her read it. I want to hear this.
Yeah. I want to read it.
Cool. All right, cool.
Please go on, Roosh. Your work has been of great value to me. I'll donate more. Please remind me, but
get that tone out of here. You're
that's
an alpha.
I don't know.
All right. Read it more alpha, and he'll be happy.
Read an alpha fucks.
Yeah, read it in alpha tone. Go.
Please go on, Roosh. Your work has been great value to me. I'll donate more. Please remind me, but
hell yeah, there it is, alpha.
So it's alpha if you say so.
I don't know. This seems a little silly, like coming on here and like making fun of and shitting on all these people that, quite frankly, I think contribute to great work online, great independent content online. I think Warski's streams have a lot of great stuff on it. I think Roosh, despite disagreeing with you on some things, and I think it's ridiculous that you're also criticizing a lot of these patrons. Like you have people, you do things that are of value to people. You provide value to people. Brittany, you provide value to people. JF, you provide value to people.
Are you sure?
And people want to help that. I've donated to projects before. I've donated when I was working cleaning tables at a casino. I donated to projects that I thought were important, documentaries I thought were important. And I don't understand this whole blood sports drama thing where it's like crap on all these great people that are helping make this stuff possible. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I think that it is Andy's fault. Andy wanted us to all fight so he can laugh and collect all the super chat.
I didn't ask you guys. I'm not like, come on, dude.
I mean, like earlier,
I actually threatened Andy if he didn't let me on.
Yeah, she murdered me. Hang on. You want to ask Annika before?
Okay.
Lauren has to leave. Yeah.
So I was actually on a stream with Roosh. He doesn't remember me because my camera wasn't working, and he had to go take a pee break and refused to speak to me. Yes, he refused to speak to me because I wasn't on camera.
You had a bad attitude.
Hang on, Roosh. Roosh, hang on, Annika. Ask the thing to Lauren first.
Okay.
Get into another.
Where my question to Lauren is, I didn't have the bad attitude. He and a guy named Moz would not let me finish a goddamn sentence
because she had a bad attitude.
The video is still up on Baked Alaska stream. In it, one of the topics of conversation was Lauren Southern. And Roosh insists that Lauren Southern, because Roosh yes, the stream's still up. I'll link to it in the chat. That Lauren Southern has a whole team of men writing all of her content. And I said,
someone else.
I'll link to this. Okay, it was either you or your friend Moz, but both of you were tag teaming the Lauren.
You're an idiot.
Can I finish?
I don't want to talk to this girl.
Because she's right. You don't want to talk to her.
Can I finish?
Hang on.
She is stalking me stream to stream because she wants it.
Oh, she's obsessed with you now. That seems to be the excuse of every time someone loses.
It doesn't mean shit.
She has a ring.
Do I get to
Nice ring there. Okay, Roosh, just let her finish her statement.
Who's having to say?
Do I get to
say
try
that.
to respond to that?
I did not say that.
My defense was that because I do follow Lauren, my defense was that I know she had teamed up with Callan Robertson, who is gay, and that he is probably, from what I understand, has been teaching her some tricks of the trade. They've been working with like his equipment, and she's probably been learning a little bit of a new style. And that was my defense.
Absolutely.
Not that she has a team of men. Lauren, would you please respond?
I mean, I wish I had a team of men writing all my stuff, but no, I think anyone in this business who does videos or anything, I sit and I write my stuff and then I have people check over them. I have people look at it, and it's women, girlfriends of mine that I'll send it to that are working on their school projects, and I'll be like, hey, what do you think of this? Did I get something wrong? Oh, you got this historical fact wrong. Oh, you spelled this wrong, whatever it may be. Send it back. I write it again. Like it's, like I these unsubstantiated like claims that just come out of nowhere with no proof. I don't understand. I don't know if Roosh said that, but
I did not say that. That is so fucking dumb.
It was either Roosh who said it or
why don't you follow me on
Caitlin does my video stuff. He doesn't do my writing. Caitlin does my video stuff. I do my writing.
Stalkers, man.
Oh, they're always obsessed when you're in the wrong. Always obsessed. That's what
actually I've only seen 2 Roosh videos ever in my life.
You did. You're over here jerking off to everything I do, probably.
And they were both because I knew I was.
Does your husband know that you're on?
Yes, yes, he's watching upstairs.
Well, you fucking cut off your damn internet.
I know. I do all the Bitcoin mining in our house, so I control the internet.
And so, Annika, did you make the statement fully to Lauren that you wanted to make? Anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, I wanted her to clarify. At first, I was just curious, like her little process, because I had never heard that she had a team of men. But I do believe it was Moz who said it, and Roosh just kind of chimed in and kept it churning.
Now. Okay.
I have a team of gays. Oh my god! Actually, the only good video guys I've ever had have been gay for some reason. I don't know what it is, but no, I have.
Straighten them out later.
You've probably seen the quality go up in my video production. I used to do my editing, and I wasn't very good at it. I'd spend forever in Premiere Pro just trying to make it look remotely
you are
decent.
a woman, right?
But yeah, no. Now I've got a team of gays doing my helping me with my editing, making it look pretty.
Andy, our super chatters seem to disagree with Lauren hanging out with so many homosexuals. One of them says for $20 US, why are there so many large breasts on this channel with no baby's mouth attached? And the Overton window is shifting to the right. People want to see women with babies.
Well, we don't want to hold. We don't want to hold. Lauren, if you have.
Can I ask her something before she goes?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you single?
Am I single? I am. Unfortunately, I would like to not be single, but sorry.
I mean, no, I thought that you were with that guy, Luke.
No, I'm not with Luke. I am single.
This is
unfortunate. I wish I wasn't single, but I'm still looking.
All right. Well, I think you have a pool of men who will probably go out with you. Now you just have to pick one of thousands.
One of thousands. It's not like you, Roosh. You're what, 38? You said you're still looking for the right person that you can settle down on a farm with.
I am not. I have given up hope.
You've given up hope? I haven't given up hope. I still plan on hopefully having kids, getting married.
There's a lot of trad.
Finding a good guy.
There's a lot of trad guys who follow you. You just have to pick one. I know it's fun to have a lot of them, but you're going to have to pick one at some point.
See, this is the thing. You assume you know the situation so well, but
that's why I
nobody knows it all.
For all you know, I have a date set up next week with a lovely man.
Dating doesn't work. Dating was invented by gay people.
First day?
It was invented by gay people. Is that what you just said?
Dating was used by gays to creep around at night and do their homo stuff.
So what am I supposed to do?
I swear to God, dating at night, drinking alcohol at night was invented by gays. Yes.
Well,
so
wait,
I don't drink alcohol.
How do you know you want to go out with someone without dating them though? Like, do you just go?
Dating doesn't work. It's a new invention that heterosexual people have tried. The divorce rate proves it doesn't work.
So then how do you find someone then?
I don't know.
You don't know.
And in India, there are some very good stories of child marriages.
Child marriage.
Maybe you should ask your parents to hook you up with.
Then why did you just recently try to
get my parents to arrange a marriage? Is that your suggestion?
Why did you try to turn a hoe into a housewife if you're so well versed on women? By your own admission, you tried to turn a hoe into a housewife.
I'm not a perfect guy. Believe it or not, I cannot see like.
So when you fuck up, that's okay.
Which also means that you don't know everything about everyone else. That's one of your other flaws.
I know more than you.
He's so I have a low IQ. You're smarter than I am.
Okay, great. Glad we can agree on something.
Annika, you have to. I think you're on.
Why the fuck are you so unsuccessful, Roosh? Why is it taking you this long? Not to curse. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Why is it taking you this long? Why
no,
can
you can't
women,
fucking swear.
This long.
Okay. Why can women mop the floor with you as far as like career is concerned? And you have these ideas. You like to put women. Yes. You like to put women into boxes, and then when they don't like fit that little mold that you insist that they are, then they don't really exist. I built my channel, never being on video, ever being on video. I got over 320,000 followers before I finally on my Google Plus profile before I ever went on my face. It was all building robotics. It was all doing test flights for little
no one
rockets.
cares.
You don't care.
No, now you don't care.
Roosh.
No.
She just said she.
Hey, I had over 90% female followers.
I don't care about who.
Roosh. The
I
point
got
is,
invited to the White House, and when I went to the White House to show President Obama how to blast a potato cannon, you don't care.
No one cares. No one is watching the stream for you. Not a single person.
She's not doing it for them. She's saying it to prove you wrong.
I just started my YouTube channel again after 4 years of being gone.
All right, I'm gonna start muting
because I have babies.
Now. If I could just say one statement, Roosh. Like her point is because you said that women would lose subscribers and viewers if they didn't show their face or weren't attractive. But her point is she had 320,000 followers before she showed her face. So doesn't that go against the points you've been making?
Okay, so then that means if she was actually good looking, she would have 3 billion followers.
That's okay, good. I have a friend, Roosh. You can call me ugly all you want. I don't give a fuck because I'd rather be rich than ugly, and I've been very successful. And it hasn't been because
rich on the outside, but poor on the inside.
Okay, Roosh. Anyway, a friend of mine, Roosh. A friend of mine is a male.
And Lauren,
a friend of mine is a male, and he had.
You know, my gym doesn't close quite yet, and this is kind of
And
entertaining.
you're having fun. Yeah, of course.
This is-
No, you can't leave the fucking the blood sports. I understand. Cool.
A friend
You're
of mine
making me
who is
fat.
a male. A friend of mine who is male has a very similar channel to what I used to have. In fact, we thought about collaborating when I came back, but I kind of went more of a political anti-feminist direction, and he's keeping it very non-political. He has 525,000 subs as well, and he has never shown his face ever once. He wears a mask. He wears like a Arduino controlled electronic mask, similar to like how Deadmau5.
I love Arduino.
Yes. Okay. So that's one of the reasons that I got famous. I run the only Arduino community
Oh, really?
now. Oh yeah. On Google Plus. If you go look at the
Wow.
Arduino community, I am the creator. I have close to 50,000.
Look how
guess,
she
whatever you call
cannot
them.
stop talking about herself.
No.
Me,
What I am.
You mean like you did in your
Jesus
intro?
Christ. No one gives a
You
shit
told
about
my
you.
story in the intro, Roosh.
You are
Sit
telling
down.
me people only
Because
follow me
people
because I'm
care
female.
about me. People want to know what I
You're
have
so
to
narcissistic,
actually
just
say.
like how you need a
No one gives a shit
bodyguard
about her.
according to your Patreon, right? You need
Roosh,
money to acquire a
I'm-
No one cares
bodyguard,
about her.
30,000
Roosh,
subscribers.
I
Sit the
know.
fuck down.
I know,
I'm
but
trying
no
to
one gives a
explain.
shit.
Annika, what's your point with that?
My point is that no, you don't just have to have a vagina to get followers. You have to be interesting. You have to give the kind of content that sets you apart from the rest of people. I could have done all kinds of content on Google Plus. What I did is I got in the week it opened and I started doing content that nobody else was doing. Like I said, I created the Arduino group because there wasn't one. So 50,000 users at least in that group right now. I have two different Google Plus profiles. One has over 600,000 followers. My point is that you don't have to be a hot chick. Nobody knew what I looked like for the longest time. They cared about the content. They cared about the classes I was teaching. I was teaching Arduino classes for free all over the world. And most of my followers were female because they knew I was female. They just didn't know what I looked like. Does that make, I'm sorry.
No, it makes sense.
I'm not trying to like, yeah, I'm,
Roosh,
okay,
Roosh,
I'm
do you have
not
any-
trying to say
any
me.
thoughts?
he never has
Like,
anything to say back.
This
I don't give a
isn't
shit about her.
my-
Like, I
this
really
isn't
don't
my-
care about her.
Exactly, because I prove you wrong. That's why you don't
You
give
ain't
a fuck
proof
about
shit, bitch.
because you don't think
Bitch,
women
you ain't
like me
prove
exist.
anything. Get the fuck off this stream and stop stalking me.
I'm not.
Damn, she's stalking me stream to stream.
Yeah,
Who the
yeah.
hell? I mean,
Yeah,
how
Roosh.
persistent
Yeah,
does she
Roosh.
have to be?
I heard of you
How come
the
you don't
one
want
day.
to? How
The
come
day
you
of
don't
the
He
want
never
to
last
addresses
respond to
stream.
her?
any points, Andy. He never addresses any
All I'm
points
saying
at
is
all.
this. No, okay, fine, I did, but you girls don't pay any
You don't
attention
pay attention. You don't
If-
even listen.
because you don't say anything of meaningful substance. Look, I'll just say this:
I have addressed several things
If
of
this
meaningful
Annika
substance, and I will
person-
list them right now if you'd like me to.
if this Annika person was moderately good looking, she would get 10 times minimum.
I
the
don't give a
amount of
fuck. I'm
followers.
rich. I don't need that.
So
I
okay, she's some kind of
I don't
nerd
need
and
that.
she does robots. Great
I don't
for
need
her.
to be popular on the
Okay,
internet.
and that proves nothing.
Yes,
But-
it disproves you. It doesn't prove
Why
anything. You're correct.
Okay,
It disproves
you made
Roosh.
your point. Now
And
go
women can
home. Go
only get-
satisfy your poor husband, who you're giving me more attention than that guy. I mean, I don't know if he's getting
You were-
off on the fact that you're talking to me or not, but I don't think he should. Now go satisfy him.
Can I ask a quick question? I genuinely just kind of want to sort this out. Roosh, I've seen
Sorry.
Fucking women
someone get
drivers.
hit by a bus.
Goddamn women driving. Goddamn.
Yeah.
I was an Asian. Am I right, JF?
I don't know. I don't know if it's legal in Canada, Andy.
Oh shit! Sorry, just throwing in some humor.
All right. No, I'm genuinely curious, Roosh, because I see a lot from you on promoting traditionalism, kind of the same thing I do,
Really?
where it's like,
A
these
lot?
are the,
Oh, where?
just on Return of Kings, and you say like, oh, I wish these women were less slutty and kind of slut shaming and such, and saying this is
Okay, well,
this is
asking
the state
a
of the
woman not
West, you know?
to be a, whore is not the same as going back to no premarital sex.
Right, but I'll see things saying like, oh, women are less happy if they don't have babies. Like that's kind of the same
Okay.
stuff I've talked
Sure,
about,
sure.
right?
Okay.
And you also say you kind of wish you could settle down on a farm one day with a woman who would really want that. Like I think a
wouldn't
lot of
say
people
I
genuinely want that. Would you say that's something
Wish,
in a
I'm not
perfect world?
saying I wish I could do that. I'm saying that I would be open to trying it out.
You can't just try that out. That's a commitment, right? But
exactly. So that
also,
probably means I'm not going to do it.
Right. You also do your kind of bang your way around Europe stuff. What do you actually like? What is your actual ideology? You seem to care a lot about who is talking in the right, who is sharing right-wing opinions. You seem to care a lot about moderating that, making sure it's the right people doing it. But like, do you think you're the right person doing that? Are you right-wing? Do you want traditionalism? I don't understand, actually. Maybe I haven't read enough of your
Then
stuff.
I can help you out then. Believing in that men should be men, that men should embrace their masculinity, has by default put me on the right wing. Sometimes you are defined by who attacks you. So the left attacks me because I empower men. Now, am I genuinely a conservative? I don't know, but I'm just put there. And there's no way that I can get out of the way. So what I'm doing when I monitor, say, the alt-right, the alt-light, is looking at what my neighbors are doing. And if your house burns down, then guess what? My house is going to burn down after that. So that's why I keep tabs on what people in the dissident right do, because that's where I was put in just by sake of preaching a pro-masculine mindset.
So
if you move to a farm, your house won't burn down if your neighbor's house burns down, because there will be at least an acre between the two of you.
Fuck yeah. May I just bring up 2 things real quick?
And then I have a question.
Yeah. Josh Quick threw $20, and I agree with his statement. He just says, "Yo, Andy, I just want to give a shout out to Lauren real quick. I want to say thank you. I think that she's doing really important coverage on the South African farm violence, and meeting the right person takes no time. It takes time, no worries." But yeah, Lauren, if you haven't seen her coverage on the South African violence that's happening there, it's fantastic. And also, I want to give. Is this the real Tariq Nasheed?
Thank you very much to the gentleman.
Wait, no, seriously, is there actually Tariq Nasheed? Is this the real? No way.
Who's Tariq Nasheed?
He's here for my black ass.
You know, hey, no, I think Tariq Nasheed. I mean, it might be a fake account. I'm gonna double check that. But anonymous threw $50. Thank you very much. Thanks, Race and JF. These whites are both looking. Please have only Lauren Southern and David Duke on to make white marriage, white babies, white movement to save our people. Big donation. I have to read that out, but thank you very much. I'm going to investigate if this is Tariq Nasheed, but go ahead. Sorry.
So, Andy, my question to each lady in the stream is, do you agree with this statement of Roosh V that we live in a society that oppresses masculinity, from the elementary school where there's mostly female teachers to the way we treat things in the mainstream media, and in fact, the way we do things on YouTube? There's lots of pushback against masculinity. Would it be a statement that you agree with, Anika?
The what now? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that very last bit. I was responding.
So would you agree with the statement that our societies oppress masculinity?
Oh, definitely. Oh, yes. I am not a feminist at all. For anybody in the chat who thinks that I am, I've been kind of an anti-feminist more recently, but I think that we're trying to feminize men, and I don't want to call myself a men's rights activist because that's a little harsh, but I am definitely, I see the trend of trying to drug little boys so that they act like little girls. As the term toxic masculinity just in itself is I think detrimental to men and boys, because I went to the march, the Women's March, and the worst thing that I saw there, and I posted about this on Twitter, was out of all the shit, and I'm talking vagina hats everywhere, I saw really grotesque signs with curse words on them. The worst thing in the world was a 6-year-old little boy wearing a t-shirt that says, "I know how to keep my little hands to myself," because his mother was wearing a t-shirt that said "feminist as fuck," because she's teaching her 6-year-old son that he is that if he doesn't wear this t-shirt, that he's like projecting masculinity in a negative way, like he's going to grow up to be a rapist. The default should be, you're not a fucking rapist. Very few men are rapists. No little boy should be paraded through a crowd to get, so the mommy gets high fives. It's disgusting to me. And I have a photo. I cropped his face out of it, but it's a really
and Brittany and Lauren.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, because Lauren, you have to leave in a sec. No.
Yeah, I do. My gym's
Okay,
actually
all right.
closed.
We have an important question from our. I'm not sure if you heard of him, Billy the Anti-Bully. He's a nice guy. He just asks here. So she said, okay, this is for you, Lauren.
Yeah.
She said she is single. Would you ask her if she's interested in dating a doctor and maybe taking a walk with him through a wheat field?
Is that Murdoch? I think he ditched me for another Lauren.
Oh,
sorry, guys.
So Billy the Anti-Bully got to the answer there. Thanks for being on, Lauren. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
wait, before you go, one thing. You gave Roosh a point earlier when he was saying that he didn't come on to talk about this, but don't you remember, Andy, when he asked to come on? It was right after we were already talking about the trad thought thing, and we were talking about like how Nick Fuentes wasn't really saying much in that, and we were talking about that. What did he think we were going to talk about when he's like, okay, I'll go on and talk to you guys, when he says it right there. So don't give him a point for that he doesn't deserve.
Okay.
What was that?
What did he just whisper? Fuck. Oh, my skin just crawled. I need a shower. Fuck.
I didn't say anything.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have fun with the blood sports. I'm sorry, I'm not very entertaining in this department.
No,
but,
you are.
Great. Yeah, you're awesome. Thanks for being
I
on.
was very glad that you got to address that question.
Yeah, cheers. No, you guys are a lot of fun to watch, though. I guess
fun to
stay,
be on,
stay
no.
mad. It's entertaining at least.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. Thanks for being on.
Cheers.
All right, Lauren, we'll see you later.
Now, to follow up on my question with Brittany, do you think that we live in a society that oppresses masculinity? I mean, earlier we've seen you use your beta male to make a skit where he would give you cookies, and in fact, I raised the possibility that he may be a beta male during the show, and he heard it, and I heard his laugh in the background, which is very typical beta behavior. Do you agree that we live in a society that oppresses masculinity?
I agree that we live in a society that oppresses masculinity. I don't agree. I mean, you could say I'm biased, but I don't agree that my boyfriend is beta. I mean, like, these are my cookies. Like, is that beta?
I think he kind of has to be a bit if he's dating a girl who has thousands of men every day.
Mr.
Oh,
if you have over 1,000 followers, you will thought on Instagram.
The fact that 1,000 dudes are trying to get it in every single day, sliding into the DMs.
And guess what? He's very handsome.
I would never accept
Plenty
that
of women
shit.
push themselves on him. I'm sure.
I'm sure he is.
Believe me, his job relates to it. He's a very.
He's basically a soft cuck. He is a soft cuck,
Brittany?
one step away from getting
that?
actually cucked.
Brittany, what is his job?
I'm not going to disclose his information, but it does relate to like
what
how he
industry?
looks.
Does he work with his clothing on? Does he wear greased up on a pole?
No, he's not a stripper.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Not sexual work. No.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
What does he do? What does he do?
Questions.
I can't disclose. That's his business.
I know dancers. I don't know very.
He's not a dancer or anything like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I just feel like anytime, I don't know, it almost feels
sell internet service.
No.
Okay. Does he sell cell phones?
Does he jerk off online in front of cameras for money?
Does he work for T-Mobile?
Jesus Christ, no.
Does he just load on his webcam? Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, I don't know. It feels kind of like almost pointless to talk to Roosh because I feel like anytime anything's brought up, he just avoids it, doesn't address it, and he like just lies. It's just, and he calls me dishonest. Meanwhile, he's the one that's like having someone on his stream talking about Lauren Southern basically behind her back without mentioning her name. So it's like a skeevy way of doing it. So he doesn't get in trouble, saves his own ass. It's cowardly. And he has like Loomer on like, oh, baby, you not a thought. You too ugly to be a thought. You do the real journalism. So that's why you can't accept the beta bucks, but Lauren Southern can. Meanwhile, like Lauren Southern does legitimate journalism more than Loomer ever has and still has. Loomer has done like one story that no one even cares about.
You and Lauren Southern get a room and you can eat her out. I don't care. I mean, you love her.
See, this is what he does. He doesn't address anything I say. He just goes to, you're obsessed. Oh my God, eat each other out. That's all he has.
You're obsessed.
And then when he got upset at Annika, he does ad hominems. That's all he has. He has nothing.
No, you're only
you have
arguing
nothing to address your
hours
criticisms.
is
You're
you
dishonest.
invited Loomer That's your entire argument that you're harping
It's
on.
not
Don't
my
you get it?
entire
It's not
argument.
your
You were
argument.
dishonest.
Move
You
on.
white-knighted her several times. You even to the point where you were
Several
taking colors and you were like, don't attack my guest. Don't attack her.
You know what? You know
and
what?
then you spoke for her at a certain point. So
just
no.
so we can move on to the next point here. This would be great to move on. Okay, just for the audience watching. By the way, number 7 worldwide, fucking awesome. I did a stream with Baked Alaska. I was co-hosting with him, and Laura Loomer came on, and I was just moderating for the Jim, Mr. Medicare or Billy the Anti-Bully versus Laura Loomer. And I was pretty chill the entire time, when at a certain point, Laura talked about how she had doxed, what's his name? Mike Enoch's mother. And this pissed me off a lot. And then I got into it with her, and I ended up she ended up talking about how it's okay to do that and all this, which pissed me off. And the large Red Bull that I was drinking kicked in, and I went off on her, and then she was being a bitch to me. So I called her a raging cunt at some point. Might have taken it a little bit too far. Anyway, so I'm doing this. We do this stream, and it went pretty intense. Then I think it was a day or two later, Roosh, you had a stream with Laura Loomer, which is the stream in question right now. And there was a clip that was sent to me. I didn't watch the whole stream, so maybe out of context, but you could let me know if I'm wrong. You started talking about me and how the reason I went off on Laura Loomer was because I want to fuck her or something like that. And that was your assumption that I want to bang Laura Loomer. She didn't want to fuck me, and therefore that's the reason that I went off on her. So can you give me your thoughts?
And I want to say before Roosh answers, I've known Andy now for a few months, and I'm kind of his personal confidant and friend. He's been disappointed by this statement and totally obsesses over this statement.
I don't like wet bread. I don't like wet bread. Go ahead.
On every show, he's like, JF, I don't want to fuck Laura Loomer, right?
I watched the stream that you had on, and when Laura, you got so angry at her, I thought, man, they must have some prior history or something, because you got worked up more than the guy who got doxxed. Right. So then when I had Laura on, I was like, did he ask you out or something? She said, no, I hardly know him. So then I'm trying to think, why did he have this extreme hatred, this emotion?
Because he's against doxing.
Did I fucking finish?
Hang on.
So then I asked myself why, and me doing the work that I do, where I see everything in terms of sex, I was like, well, he wants to bang her. But then, Andy said no. So the other thing is, maybe you were angry. Maybe there's a woman in your life that you wanted to call out, but you couldn't. So you kind of put that woman onto Loomer. It's like, fuck you, cunt. But you really have someone in your life, maybe a boss, like a female boss that you want to call that. I don't know. I was just trying to understand it because your emotion was so high.
Well, I'll explain to you because, okay, now that you said that and you're trying to figure it out, cool. Well, for the past about, I would say 2 months, if you've seen my reaction to men who have done the same thing, like doxing, I've been dealing with, like the Kraut doxing server, Jeff Holiday, all these people who have been just constantly doxing people. And I see this, a perpetuation of people finding reasons why it's okay to reveal people's personal information online. And I've been seeing this for about 2 months now. So when she starts saying this, a journalist, and trying to normalizing behavior, which I find disgusting, I've been having a high emotion on this situation. My sex life is fantastic. I'm doing all well there. I'm in a relationship with someone I love, and it's all good. I've never met Laura Loomer, nor am I attracted to her. And also, if I was single and I was trying to bang a woman, while I wouldn't be all like, hey, how you doing? And being all like, I would, like I know the, the negging and the being funny and being confident, style that men should take to not be a beta and be a bitch. So I understand that. And if I was trying to bang a woman, I wouldn't call her a raging cunt. That's not sort of my style, unless it's in bed and that's what she likes. Call me a raging cunt. Like, hey, all right, raging cunt. You'll do like the little slaps and stuff. But no, and also people disgusted me. They were saying that apparently her vagina like tastes like wet bread or something. Which
How do they know that?
Like, apparently some guy who ate her out went out and said that her vagina tastes like wet bread. It might be because he was upset or something. I don't know, but that's the if you're reading the chat right now, there's the meme right now of the bread and the water there. But no, like personally, man, I get what you're saying about the maybe I was so pissed I wanted, but if a girl didn't want to fuck me, I wouldn't cry about it. I just move on to the next girl. That's sort of like my style and how I've been. So yeah, I don't want to bang Laura Loomer.
I mean, I could understand that, but if you accused me of wanting to bang someone, I mean, I wouldn't really care. So then I would wonder why do you care?
I'm a high emotion guy. That's
okay.
That's sort
right.
of.
But like, if you told me I wanted to bang the girls here, even though I don't.
I mean, you might.
No.
I mean, we don't know about that.
So I mean, I wouldn't care if people were actually convinced on if I did or didn't want to. But that's just me.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. Like I'm sure you haven't seen my stuff before, but the high intensity Andy, that's sort of I get like there's something in my brain when I get really pissed off and I hit that point of not caring anymore. It's sort of like I'll give leeway, and then when I pass that point, it sort of just goes off the handle. That's the
I've noticed with you, Roosh, that and just like even tonight, when people don't use your same tactics against you, you just assume that they're folding. Like it seems like you think that you've won because somebody's not willing to stoop to your level, and like you talking shit about Andy behind his back. Andy isn't going to go do something like that to someone else because he knows that's going to hurt his reputation. That's going to hurt his follower count, and it's going to hurt his super chat. People don't want to see that shit. Not the kind of people that follow Andy. Maybe your followers.
Well, I don't think him just assuming I want to bang a chick would like. I don't think anyone's going to be like, Roosh V said you want to fuck Laura. Oh, I've enjoyed your show up to this point. I'm not down.
No. What I'm saying is you wouldn't use those tactics against Roosh the same way that he used them against you.
Well, the way people were explaining it to me is Roosh. Now that Roosh, you were saying it's like it was more of a theory,
right?
Okay,
yeah. I mean, no one has told me that you like this person. I'm just making that statement based on what I saw on how heated you actually got. That's all. So whether my theory is correct or not, I mean, it wasn't like a big part of the actual talk anyway. It was just like
you arrive at your point and then you figure out the theory that you need to concoct to get to that point, Roosh.
Are you talking
just like you did with me? You made an assumption and then you have to, she must have a beta male. Oh, she must not this, or you must this, that, because you've already determined in your mind what you think of me.
You see that you put a lot of thought into how I talk.
I'm just observing. I'm just observing in the stream.
That your cuck husband upstairs is
okay. Fine, my cuck husband. Yes, you have the high IQ. You're the one with all the wives.
I hope he contacts me.
You're the one with the successful relationships, aren't you, Roosh? I've been married once.
Actually, good question. Now that this has been brought up, Roosh, do you think that you making the theory about me wanting to bang because of how heated I was, or maybe you throwing in theories about why Annika is the way she is and how her husband may be? Do you think it's because you're so immersed in sex and discussion of sex and how people should bang that maybe that's sort of like the viewpoint that you immediately go to, almost like, and I'm not calling you an
strippers think every man cheats on their wife.
Here's one thing. It's almost like, and I'm not calling you an SJW, but you know how like an SJW will watch like a movie, and the first thing, instead of like thinking about the art of the movie, it's why are there so many white people in this, and then because they're so immersed in the politics that instead of really trying to dissect the movie fully, they go immediately into the political aspect, or there aren't enough Asians in this movie. Do you think that that's why you might make those theories?
We all view life through a certain kind of lens. And the sex lens, if you consider that the Adam and Eve story was one of the first stories of the Bible, sex is the underlying.
Wait, you're a Christian?
Shut the fuck up and let me talk.
Oh,
sex
so you're
is
not
the
a
underlying.
Annika, when it's your
is-
turn to talk, I'll tell Roosh to shut up. But for now, you have to shut your fucking mouth. No, you have to just
Sex
settle
is the
down.
underlying meaning and language in almost everything we do. It's easy to say, no, I'm intelligent. I'm a advanced human being and blah, blah, blah. But really, when it comes down to it, so much of our behavior and motivations is driven by it. You know, just our need right now to show status and superiority over other people is really meant to attract the opposite sex into us. Like, oh, if I show that I'm a girl who is really this or that, men will like me more. If I'm a man and I show that I'm intelligent and powerful, more women will like me. So the need for a man to earn high income, to accumulate toys, cars, apartments, that's to impress the opposite sex. Almost everything a man and woman does is through this. Is everything? No, but a lot of it is. So by default, when I see when a man and a woman is interacting in a certain way, I'm safely going to assume there's some underlying sexual thing going on, just like how I accuse this troll here, Anika, of wanting me. If she's sexually not interested in me at all, would she take the time, Andy, to contact you, to come on, to leave comments? And I'm not flattered that she is sexually attracted to me while her husband upstairs jerks off.
Oh God,
She's
more
sexually
armchair
attracted to you and wants to
psychology.
bang you?
It's pretty
Oh.
obvious. Brittany, I
He's
can't
so-
say. I can't.
His armchair psychology strikes again.
I don't
No,
go not
I
to
cannot
make
say
personal
Brittany
attacks
does.
on you, but I think you look disgusting. Not my type. I
But
go
why
for
are you on my
Scandinavian
nuts?
German men.
Why are you following me stream to stream?
I'm
if
not.
I'm so ugly?
I'm not. I
Yes,
was
you are.
in one stream and it turned
I've
into
been-
a
listen,
joke
I've
that
been
I
on
wanted
two
to debate you.
streams.
So I was like, fine, fuck it, I'll debate
I've been
you.
on 2 streams. You've been on both of them. You are stalking my every move. I'm gonna call the FBI as soon
Call
as
the
the stream's
FBI.
over.
You
Watch
psycho.
me.
Roosh, you are a psycho. You
Yeah,
need
yeah, Roosh.
You're the
medication.
one following me. How am I? I don't know who you are yet. You're in every stream I
Okay.
do. I've done 2
I've
streams and
been
you're in
in
both
every
of them.
stream you've ever
Go
done.
love your husband. Go spend time on him. Hey, listen, I want you to
Go
look
fuck
at your
yourself,
husband.
Roosh.
I want
And
you to
all
look
of
at
your
your husband the way
girlfriends
you
who
look
cheat
at
on
me.
you. And yeah, you're gonna end up 50 and alone and talking about
It's
all
like-
the bitches you're
Who gives
banging.
a shit? I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll be alone.
okay, so that was my question to you.
I'll be
Why the
alone. I'd
fuck
rather
do you
be
care
alone
how
than
much
be
money
with a
any of
hag
these
like
women
you.
make? Fine, I'm a hag. I don't give a fuck. I'm ugly. I'm unsuccessful. I'm all the things that you say I am. Who gives a fuck? My point is, why do you care? Why does it burn a hole in your heart that Brittany's making money?
I don't
Why
give
do
a
you
shit.
care?
I don't care.
Yes, you do, or you wouldn't be here tonight yelling
No,
at her,
I
telling
don't-
her that the
no.
only reason she gets money
I
is
don't
because she
give
gets titties.
I hope she makes $1 million.
Roosh?
I don't give a
No,
fuck.
you don't. No, you don't. Or you wouldn't be here trying to trash talk her, and your fucking trolls wouldn't be in the
Okay.
chat calling her a whore every other sentence.
What?
I'm
I
used to
know
it. Don't
what's
worry.
up.
No, but what my point is, you do care,
You
or
have
this
no-
wouldn't be 1/3 of your topics throughout the evening.
Where
Is how every
your
woman is
husband?
making.
How is he
He
allowing
actually
this?
just brought me a soda a second ago.
I
while
want to talk
Andy
to
was
him.
talking.
I want to give
No,
him.
he doesn't
some-
want to
some-
talk to you. You're not
I
worth
want to
his
give
time.
him some tips.
He's an investor. He doesn't
How-
invest in
how-
shit like you.
He is a cuck.
His minutes.
I
No,
need to
he's
wake him
not.
up. I need
Why
to
is
give
everyone a
Red-
cuck?
Okay,
That word
anyway,
is lost value.
Roosh, you assign these labels to people and you decide what you think everyone is, and you have everybody's motive already figured out. And if they come and tell you, actually no, Roosh, you're wrong, you're like, well, fuck you, you don't exist, get off here, I don't care. You do care, or you wouldn't be here tonight. You do care, or you would not go after these women and call them whores and say that they're
Who did I
trash
call a whore?
thoughts.
A thought is a whore. That's what it is.
hoe over
It's
there.
ghetto
I didn't call you that.
That
Did I call you that
hoe-
tonight? Did
Yeah,
I call
that-
you a thought tonight?
I didn't say you called me.
I didn't
a
call
thought.
either of you one.
You have been calling these women trad thought. It's
So what?
short. It's an anagram.
I don't care.
So,
I really
That
don't
wasn't
care.
your response.
The fucking
Yeah.
point you do.
I
care.
hope that, hey,
Roosh,
I hope your
Can I just-
live viewer count
Hey, Roosh,
is
may I ask,
'cause this is dumb.
hey, Roosh,
You know,
may I
this,
ask you something?
yes, please.
Okay, all right. You
No, you
have
can't, Andy. He
said-
doesn't care.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's
Well,
just
I'm a
here 'cause
man,
he has nothing
so
better
he'll
to
listen to
do.
me. It's all good. Don't worry.
That is right. Correct.
So I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just okay. Anyway, so Roosh, a lot of things that you write about have been. I'm not calling you a misogynist, but
You can call me that.
I am.
Okay, fine. All right, fine. Fair enough. Okay, I was just trying to not be rude there, but you've said things that are pretty misogynistic in the past. Is that right?
Right.
Now,
I think
do
you take some quotes. Yeah, I'm sure you can interpret it as that.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want all women dead per se,
No,
right?
no.
Okay, fair enough. Cool. But don't you think that some women who have contention with certain things that you say, such as Annika here, and people and Brittany, and people who are online and making videos and outspoken, don't you think that some of the things that you say that are misogynistic, that they just want to respond to you to join blood sports or debate or whatever, and not because they want to suck your dick?
I want to debate someone who is on a similar level as me, someone who has some actual ideas or thoughts, but someone who has a crush on me and is shrouding it in this hate stalking. I mean, that I'm not impressed by.
So if you found a woman who wanted to debate you,
I talked to Lauren, but this kind of stalker chick, I don't know her, and she's just so dumb. I feel like it is beneath me to talk to her. I rather talk to her
as a really
husband
retarded
and drop some red
woman who's
pills on
also
my
an
poor man.
immigrant. I have done a lot more than you have in my adult
I
life,
have
and
to
you're a lot
use
older
the
than I am.
bathroom. Hopefully, when I come back, she is done talking.
Oh, Roosh V is gone.
See, that's what Roosh does. He walks away.
Yeah,
Alrighty,
it's literally I don't care.
hang on,
Walk
did he
away.
just-
Yeah, he can't say he doesn't care.
Dismiss.
Honestly, I think
where'd
this
it
is
go?
entertaining
Oh,
as
he
fuck.
So he went to do a coffee and he gave an
Yeah.
excuse like, I don't want to listen to women.
I think this is very entertaining,
Man,
and I wanted to address a few
I'm
things
loving
with
the
him.
fuck out of this. I'm
I think it's awesome.
how you
Now,
feeling?
while he's gone, I do have a
I
question.
feel a lot
for
of
Annika,
feels.
Okay.
Because in the chaos of the
Thank you for
discussion,
pronouncing my name correctly and not Aniqua or whatever the fuck Roosh calls me.
so in the chaos of this whole discussion, Annika has dropped a piece of knowledge that may be interesting to our audience. She says she is interested in Norwegian type men. So Annika, are you into racial parity stuff?
I didn't see. I've been a civic nationalist my whole life,
Okay.
but I also have a biology degree.
Oh.
Yes.
JF sticks hard.
Yes, I am a roboticist. I'm a roboticist by trade, but I went to college to be a surgeon, and then I decided after graduating that I didn't want to go to med school.
No,
What kind
the
of,
JF asked her a question, Roosh. Calm down.
Yeah. So what kind of animals have you been doing surgery on?
I have not done surgery on animals. I did work
okay.
in a mortuary though, so I've embalmed bodies.
You know what I was doing when I was doing surgery on monkeys? I was working with them after, and they were playing games, and I was controlling the drops of juice that they would get rewarded with an Arduino.
Arduino is actually really good for really cheap science.
Just saying.
No.
Just saying, I was programming my own stuff on Arduino.
Do you have links to any of the projects that you have? I just want to read through them out of interest.
I can send you my CV.
I believe you. I believe you, Jaya. I believe that you're who you say you are. I'm asking for links to your projects.
A science stream with Annika. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Anyway, to answer his question, I have been a civic nationalist my entire life. I have just been attracted to men that I have things called. I was raised in Sweden, so I have an attraction to men who I have things in common with. I've had very, very, very few boyfriends. I'm still in the single digits by quite a few. So it's not like I have this plethora of guys that I've even fucked. So it's statistically, by US statistics, I couldn't have banged a black guy. If I would have done one, it would have
Depending how you're not a cold burner, that's pretty funny. I'm not saying you are, I'm just saying it's funny.
Had I banged one black guy, he would be over the 13%. So then I wouldn't be very diverse anyway.
Well,
but I do tend to be attracted to Scandinavian and Germanic.
May I just Pause the show for 1 second. Holy shit, Jacob Grix just threw $100 It was probably for the nip slip I did earlier. Jesus Christ, man. Thank you for supporting the show. He just writes, JF and Andy, I'd like to say that I love you guys. I have a question. Aside of these trash guest, democracy cannot be utilized as means of political power to establish a ethno-state. Would it inevitably result in a black shirt movement or a literal fascist type movement? So meaning would the ethno-state, people who want an ethno-state, become like an Antifa type group? What do you think? Thoughts? Thank you, $100.
I think people should have free association, which is the only reason why I support the ethno-state. People having individual ethno-states similar to how like the Amish are. I would want to live in a small area of people that are very similar to myself, not necessarily by race, but I would want other things in common with them. So I don't think that it would turn into an anti-fascist move, like the Antifa, so to speak, unless you had those kinds of people in your state.
And also, while I can support for people for what they want, because I believe in liberty, the moment it becomes a forceful group is when we have to put a stop to it, such as Antifa, who starts throwing Molotov cocktails in the middle of crowds and shit and attacking people with bike locks. This is when, I mean, you have free speech. You want to be an SJW and go stop with the white people, whatever. But then if you start throwing bottles at people, that's when this needs to stop. Also, Salt Wota threw $20 to say, JF, stop. Annika's husband is crying. Roosh, do you agree with this super chat? Thank you for the $20.
Yes, I mean the way I see her is that if I can help him, I rather help him than his wife. I mean, he would allowing his. I'm talking.
Annika, let Roosh finish, and then you can respond. Okay, I'm sorry.
He is allowing his wife to basically e-stalk a man who is probably of higher status than him in some way. Because if I was lower status, she would not even know me. She wouldn't be following me. So I feel bad for him. I want to wake him up. He will be woke by the time I am done with that guy. I want to talk to him heart to heart, man to man, that he needs to get his wife back in some kind of control, because she is out of control, and I feel bad for him. This woman, she never has had a man lay the pimp hand down. They just let her do whatever she wants. They don't care. So of course she's gonna act like a man because she has never been checked by a man.
Okay,
right, Andy, I can confirm next Tuesday on Warski Live. We have a discussion between Roosh V and the husband of Annika. It will be a 1v1. Andy moderator, me moderator.
Beautiful. Okay, Annika, do you want to? Okay, I hear
professionally. He's correct.
We're gonna do you responding, and then I have one little surprise for like a minute, and then we'll do final thoughts, and then JF and I. Is that cool, JF? Does that sound like a plan? Yeah, cool. All right, so Annika, if you want to respond real quickly, and Brittany, I'm sorry, you look a little bit bored. Do you want to throw in anything?
Yeah, you know what? I think that Roosh is having a strong emotional response to this woman, Annika, and therefore it seems like he must want to fuck her.
Okay. All right. So Annika, do you want to respond?
The viewers, what they want to be entertained. So are you not entertained? Are you not
entertained?
People want to see.
No, people don't care about what she said, though. You said that earlier.
People want to see stupid people get smacked down. That's what I am doing, and people will love me for it.
All right, Annika, do you want to respond real quick? And I have one guy who wants to jump in for just a couple minutes to ask you a question, Roosh, and then we'll do the final thoughts, and then we'll move on from there.
I was kind of hoping this whole thing would be more about the ideas rather than the personal attacks, but since I'm being asked a specific question, yes, professionally, you are correct. I have not had a lot of guys above me for a very long time. As far as dating, I lived in California for 8 years, so I didn't have a dating life because most of the men there were beta, at least where I was living, and I was focused on my career. My husband is extremely alpha. Like, from the time I met him, he's not a bullshitter. He doesn't allow women to trample all over him, and he gets the kind of women that Roosh can't get. No woman wants a dude who brags about the hundreds.
Like you.
Roosh, no woman wants no traditional.
Wait, Roosh. I let you
Roosh-
talk. I told her to
Roosh
shut her mouth.
cannot get-
Now you just let her finish her sentence, and then I'll let you
False
respond.
accusation. Sorry about that.
Even
Yeah,
though I
yeah.
don't consider myself
You can
quote
respond.
unquote trad, Roosh, you are not the kind of woman that traditional women want. Or sorry, you are not the kind of man that traditional women want.
Okay.
They flee from guys like you. They hear you and they cringe and they're like, holy fuck, that guy's disgusting. He's gonna leave all of his body hair in my fucking soap, unless they use body wash, of course.
Which is
And
why
you're
you
just-
are stalking me, right?
No, look at your fucking hair, dude.
Which is
You're
why you're
gross.
talking about me
You're
constantly,
gross.
leaving comments
You're gross.
everywhere, stream to
Okay,
stream.
well, I have a
Keep
low IQ and
following
I'm
me.
ugly.
See
I
you
look
on
like
the
a
next
tranny. You can say all the
See you
negative things
on my
about
next
me.
stream. I'm sure you will be there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Annika,
done.
did you made your okay? Hang on. Yo, come on. Oh, whoa, Jesus! Another really big donation. Jacob Grix, another $100. This guy's fucking throwing some bank at us. Thank you, Jacob Grix. He just wrote, JF, I would love to come on and speak. Okay, maybe a different stream on the alt-right aside from this garbage drama. Jacob,
Sure.
you don't throw $200 and watch the stream and not be entertained. Sometimes we like to watch a little bit of a dumpster fire. I'm having fun. Are you all having fun? Everyone on the show, are you okay? Before we
I'm
end?
very, very having fun.
You having
Yes.
fun, Roosh?
Yes.
All right, and Brittany.
I'd like to say more, but it's okay. You guys don't have
Please
to.
Okay,
go.
wait, hang on. I'm sorry. And Gabriel Lopez threw $10 to say my IQ is extremely alpha. Brittany, do you want to?
Right as I say that, Andy.
What?
Literally, right as I said, I'd like to say where you're like, and by the way, this donation.
I'm mansplaining. This is a
Jesus
man
Christ.
show with men hosts and men. See, Roosh, I know how to fucking. I'm just joking, Brittany. Go ahead, please. What would you like to say, Roosh? Please do not interrupt her. You can respond, and
This is
Buddy
when they
wants
throw
on.
out these lies. It's like an impulse, you just want to counter it. But okay, fine.
Yeah, I understand.
Wait, you want to counter what?
Lies.
Whose lies?
Hey, guys.
Whoever is lying.
Hang on,
Okay,
Sinatra.
no. See, that's
Yeah, Sinatra.
cowardly. Why do you do that? Why do you
Hey,
do that so much?
no, Brittany. What he was saying was it's hard to not interrupt because he thinks that you're lying. Therefore, he wants to interrupt. But Roosh, let Brittany just get
Okay, go ahead.
her
Go ahead.
That's what he's
feelings
been saying
out.
this whole stream.
All right, Brittany,
Don't be
just
upset,
get your
Brittany.
feelings out. I will mute Roosh. I'm gonna have mute prepared for Roosh. Roosh, no offense, in case you interrupt her. I know it's the impulse. I'm gonna have to do it. All right, Brittany. Let's hear your full thoughts on everything. I have mute on ready, so go.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to address. Like every time I feel like I've addressed something, it's been like not really addressed. Like he doesn't address the fact that he uses. He complains about tripods using like Skype sessions. I personally don't do this, but I'm saying that he's saying that other girls do this, that they use Skype sessions and they're charging money for it. How dare they? But like he justifies his spending costs with bodyguards. He has like 30K He has 30K subscribers. I have more than that on YouTube. And I don't use bodyguards. I've never had bodyguards. Even when I went to Charlottesville, I did not have bodyguards to protect me. So I don't know why he's saying he needs this money to get bodyguards. Like, I don't understand that. He doesn't address that. He doesn't address the fact that he stole the idea off of anime basket weaving forum about trad thoughts, the term itself, that he got from there to pander to a specific group, just like he's accusing of trad thoughts doing. He has said so many ridiculous things. Like if you follow someone on Twitter, like he said to Annika, oh, you would thought. If you have a camera, he said in his trad thought video, oh, you would thought. If she addresses his comment, he says, oh, you know what, you're a stalker. It's just very dismissive, like, oh, you're obsessive. If you have an Instagram, he said on the Trad Thought stream with Laura Luma, oh, you a thought. It's just like so much ridiculousness that it's like there's not even enough time to like address it feels. And I feel like I don't get a chance to address it. And when he has the opportunity to address it when I have mentioned it, he hasn't really done that. It's just kind of just been swept under the rug.
Okay, so in summary, Roosh, she is upset that every time she brings something up, she feels as you deflect into something else. Thoughts?
I mean, I have addressed everything. I mean, I don't know whether she's joking, trolling, serious, upset, happy. I don't know. I think she's like an
Continues to
actress.
dismiss.
She is like a total actress who's so scared of us getting to the bottom of how she feels about things and what she thinks. She's like an actress. I don't think she knows where the real Brittany and the internet Brittany actually begins and ends. I think she's a confused girl. Before this stream started, I had a medium impression of her. I didn't really care about her positive or negative, but I'm sad to say after this, my impression has gone way down. I mean, she is not intelligent. She hasn't impressed me.
May I just make an observation here? Her comment, her statement, when like what she just said is exactly the response you just
But
gave.
she didn't. No. What point did she bring up? She didn't bring any point.
He doesn't hear anything because he doesn't listen.
Let me ask Roosh a question.
I'm gonna ask it very simply.
Okay, can you ask me specifically, please? Ask me specifically what you're trying to say.
Well, thank you so much.
And why is it every time someone like her or Annika brings up a point that they have contention?
They have no points. They have no points. What points? What points?
Roosh,
can you translate their point? And you can tell
Sinatra's in. Sinatra, go ahead.
Roosh, who hurt you, man? Why do you sound so fucking bitter about what other people are doing? Were you abused as a kid or something? Like, what is your fucking deal? You just sound so angry about what other people are doing with their lives.
He projects, by the way. He made a video, I believe, about like, or he mentioned it in the Tread Thought video about like there was a woman who had betrayed him by pretending she liked Trump or something that she didn't, and he used that as like one of his points. That shows like clear projection on a lot of his thoughts. Like, I hate to fall into his playing cards and sound like a feminist by saying like, oh, he just doesn't like women, but like he does focus on women when it applies to both people.
Go ahead, say it. Is that what you really think?
You clearly do project.
I never see anybody as a
You're just gonna avoid my question.
This is what you've been doing.
Shut up, Roosh. This is what you've been doing the whole stream. Every time someone asks you a question, you just
give a fuck about.
He pulls a lure. That's why they're friends.
Shut up.
No, you can't tell me to shut up. I don't know who you are. You don't have any authority over me. You're some idiot. I don't care. I have a lot of haters, man. Get in line. Get in line. I don't care.
I don't know.
What you think
have
about
the
me.
same size channel as me. Get off your fucking high.
I don't know you. I don't know you, but you know me. I don't know you, man.
I can't invite you in here and you just go, shut up, Roosh. You're an idiot.
Well, I asked him a question.
Okay. Hang on. So
I don't have to answer
a legit. Do you have a
why can't he answer? That's the question I came in here. Why can't you answer
someone who comes on a stream and immediately who hurt you, Roosh? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Why can't you answer a simple question?
Because it's not a simple question. You're gonna come with that bad attitude, and you can fuck off.
Question that these people are asking you. You've been on here for what, like 2 hours? You haven't answered a single thing. This is the most I've ever seen your face on the internet, and I can already tell you're half retarded.
All right. You know what? This is obviously not a very productive thing. Sinatra, thanks for hopping in. I'm going to kick you right now.
All right.
I love you, buddy. Love you, everyone. Sinatra makes great videos. I'll see you later, buddy. All right.
Indeed, to calm down the emotions, I would also like to invoke some. I do think that Roosh V has stated some facts today that he believes, and he has stated them correctly. You can argue that you disagree, but I don't think he stated nothing, nor that he's a retard.
I agree with some of the statements that he made at the beginning. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not all or nothing. I'm not disagreeing with everything he said. It's that I strongly feel that he projects this view that he has of women onto women, and he, like I said, he puts you in a box. And if you say, well, actually, if you show him evidence, if you say, actually, no, that's not true, he says, oh, get out of here, you're my stalker. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you can't just call everybody your stalker or say everybody is like trying to fuck you.
But you really are, though.
You're not that fuckable, Roosh. Neither am I.
You
I'm not.
Really are. Look how you're thinking of sex with me. You're talking about what's in your mind.
You just proved my fucking point for me. You just. This is exactly what you do. Everybody wants to fuck Roosh. And
you do.
And then you argue with me by saying I want to fuck you.
As an appeal to calm, I would also like to point out that racist insults on the chat are not accepted here. And I've seen Annika has been saying Roosh V is Whitney Houston. That's racist.
The Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a reference to The Bodyguard. It's a movie. Okay. Come on, you're the movie man. I thought you know all.
Okay.
You haven't seen Princess Bride 4,000 times like I have?
No, I have specific movies that I watch a lot. Biodome being one of them.
But I know. Which we're actually you and I need to have a conversation about that in a little bit.
Oh yeah, do you want to have
not
a
on the stream. We can't do it publicly.
Oh, 1v1. You make the case that Biodome is not the greatest movie, and I make the case that Biodome is the greatest movie.
Biodome. Oh, can we? This is the 5th stream he's fucking mentioned Biodome. All right.
I'm sorry. I pushed him.
I love you, Jay. Let's do what we always do, and Roosh, I'm not sure if you know this. What we do is we go through the entire panel. We do final thoughts. Everyone leaves except for me and JF, and we read the rest of the super chats. And I just want to also say that Gabriel Lopez threw $10 to say V is jealous of Sinatra right now. All right.
So, Andy, who are these final thoughts that are coming? I thought that we had invited them already.
Thoughts, not
final thoughts. Okay.
Yeah, THOT.
We got some hoes in line. No, I'm just kidding. Let's start this final thoughts. I'll enunciate better with Brittany Venti. Brittany. And no interruptions allowed from anyone in the crowd except for me. Sorry, Brittany. Love you. Sorry.
Well, I would just like to say that I still feel unsatisfied that my answers, I haven't really been given any answers, and it keeps repeating over and over, and it keeps proving itself over and over in what we've been saying. And that, you know, he's been dishonest this whole stream by using those tactics. He's been dishonest by just simply, for example, having like Lumeron saying, oh, she's not a thought because I like her. Oh, she's a failed trad thought, therefore she's not one of those other girls. She's not like those other girls. I think it's due to his inflated ego, such as the bodyguard thing, him thinking he needs a bodyguard. Like, if he needs a bodyguard, then I need fucking 5 bodyguards, and I don't have any. He refuses to address, like, why it's not trad thoughting when a guy does it, and he seems to blame, like, people if they don't, if they look a certain way that when they're born, like, and they grow up and they're attractive, then that's, oh my God, how dare they be attractive and have, like, a big channel. It's only because they're attractive, and it's very dismissive. He is a very dismissive person, and he has only given me armchair psychology answers, and it's just really disappointing. I thought I could at least get some hard answers, but he takes a lesson from Loomer in dodging questions and not answering straight questions and just doing his thing that he does, that he's made money off of.
All right. Thank you very much for your final thoughts. Oh, and by the way, for the audience watching, I have a link down there. This guy, Ken Ashcorp, made a music video. It's really big. He made a song about me called Adam Warski. It's beautiful. You should check that out. Now, let's go over. Oh, by the way, if you're enjoying the stream, hit like, help support the show. And Roosh V, let's hear your final thoughts, man.
My final thought is, let's see. Anika, I would give a 3 out of 10. Would not bang. Brittany, I would give you 5.9 out of 10. Would not bang.
Same to you.
Yeah,
not the 5.9.
Negative.
You get a little lower than that, but like would not bang. Not concerned with your thoughts with
I would give you the number that existed before India invented the 0.
But I'm not a boob guy. Sorry.
You don't even know what my body looks like. I don't. Why are you even stating it like I care? You think? See, that's how narcissistic he is. He thinks that other people care what he thinks. He thinks
you must care what men think of how you look when your boob is on full display for thousands of people. Give me a break.
Yes. All right. I mean, I like the way this dumpster fire. It's hard to put out, but Anika.
I was really hoping that this would be a discussion or debate about more the ideas and not personal attacks and questions about me and my personal life. I feel like I had to get a bunch of shit out there that I had to disclose because Roosh didn't know those things, but he kept making accusations. I would like in the future for Roosh to kind of look back on some of the arguments he's had and read the chat once in a while and take some of that, take some of it to heart, because I was kind of hoping that you could explain to me why you got to where you are. I wasn't going to say who hurt you, but I was hoping that you could walk us through like why you are the way you are today. And it really just seems like you keep fucking everything up around you and then blaming everyone else around you, which is an SJW tactic. And it is very much what a lot of the, it's a victimhood. I feel like you just portray this victimhood. You don't have to agree with me. Fine, I'm an ugly 3, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I don't care. It bounces off of me. My point is that you need to take all this feedback to heart and say, you know what? I wonder if the things that everybody is saying to me, maybe they all have something in common, and maybe
everyone, yeah.
Maybe it is you, Roosh. Maybe it's not every other woman on the fucking planet that you've ever slept with. Maybe it's Roosh.
Your opinions mean nothing to me. Do you understand? Nothing. You're lucky.
Then why are you getting ratings?
And that's why you're still
no one cares
alone.
about your ratings, Roosh.
And that's why you're still alone, and that's why you'll be alone in another 10 years.
I don't fear being alone. I rather be alone than with a woman like you. I will be happy to be alone. Okay? Because unlike you, men can be alone.
I was alone for years.
We are
See,
not
that's the point. That's the point. You make an accusation.
Why do you care about what I'm doing?
Because no. You made an accusation and told me that I can't be alone. I told you, yes, I can. I was alone for years, and all of a sudden, see, that's the fucking point. You make an accusation. Someone says, "Actually, no, you're wrong," and then you like.
I saw you in public, and you try to talk to me.
I'm taller than you, but like 4 fucking inches, dude.
Get the fuck away from me!
Yes,
I don't want to talk to you.
That explains everything. He's a manlet.
You're lucky that Andy invited
and he's obsessed with footwear.
This is the only opportunity in your life that you're going to get a chance to talk to me. Use that when you fuck your cuck husband tonight. Imagine that he is me.
This is what it.
We know that's what you're going to do. Yeah. We know that is what
you're a fucking
stream to stream. Following me from stream to stream. I've done 2 streams. You got on both of them. You are obsessed over me.
Holy shit!
I'm on this stream because you refused to talk to me on the other one because I wouldn't.
I don't want to talk to you. Do you get it through your huge head? I don't want to talk to you.
I can tell. The last 2 hours, I can tell that you didn't want to talk to me. By the way, you've kept.
Go away. I don't want to talk to you. Do you get it? Are you that dense? Go away. Why don't you log on? Why don't you log on? Because you love it. You love that.
Yeah, actually, I think this is quite hilarious.
You feel so validated. Oh,
yes, I do actually.
Even though he actually hates me, it's better than him ignoring me.
Yes, you're correct.
All right,
guys. It was freaking funny, and I thank everyone to have participated today.
Yeah, the swinging was intense. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We appreciate it, and we hope to see you all in the future. Damn. All right, guys. We'll see you.
Have a great
soon.
day.
And JF and I are going to stick around. So,
yeah.
Annika, Brittany, Roosh, very entertaining show. Thank you for being on the show.
No problem. It's always the angry manlets that use these tactics, man. Every fucking time, man.
And he's obsessed
every
with
time.
me.
Every fucking time.
Ask him about his
short temper. He got mad this whole stream. He must want to fuck her. Oh my god, arachnophobic. Must want to fuck spiders. Armchair psychology, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, guys. Thanks for being on the show. Yeah, peace out.
That was awesome.
All right, yeah.
Oh my god. What the fuck are these people? What the fuck are these people doing?
Holy shit.
Let me try to just recapitulate.
All right,
There's
recap
this woman
over.
Who has made a potato explosion device, brought it to Barack fucking Obama. This fucking geek from Norwegian got tired of shooting potatoes to the American president. And she fucking spends she spends week watching Roosh and watching our show and saying I want to come to attack Roosh. And so once she's done shooting potatoes, she came on the stream, destroyed Roosh. Here's one thing that I don't believe. Roosh saying Annika O'Brien 3 out of 10. Fuck you, Roosh.
No, she's smashable. I don't know what
she's 9.5 out of 10.
There you go.
At least based on the face and hair. I haven't seen her boob and ass, but she's 9.5 out of 10. Easy.
Yeah, I hope her husband's still watching right now. Yeah, he had that.
And then Brittany Venti, who's a conservative because she defines as an American conservative because she passed the little test that you can pass on Google. And her little point was a little bit on the right. That's how she became a conservative.
Oh. I was just like, all right, guys, so you want to... Oh, okay. Think it up. No one has ever disrespected the final thoughts until tonight.
Wait, someone on the Warski ghetto says she asked out JF on stream.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, she said she wanted to talk about Biodome in private. I thought she wanted to stalk me in Twitter DMs. Maybe. Are you suggesting that Annika O'Brien wanted to have coffee with me?
Oh.
My God, I'm autistic.
That you missed it. You missed your fucking chance.
I missed it.
They all had a lot.
If I had read Roosh V's book, I would have catched it instantly. I would have jumped on the opportunity. What do I do instead? I challenge her to a public debate. I'm bound to be a YouTuber, Andy.
No, dude, I have to say, man, our show, I love just taking like what we've made. I don't know, man. A lot of people make fun of us, say it's like, yo, if you're gonna say it's like Jerry Springer, fuck, man, this is great, Jerry Springer, fucking.
Jerry Springer lacked a level of complexity that we've attained.
Yeah, man.
We're Jerry Springer plus.
Yeah, holy shit, man. This is fucking Medicare was tweeting about it the entire like fucking past fucking.
I have to go sponge my tears if you don't mind. Really, I need to go to the bathroom to sponge my face.
Yeah, you kept
so
using the
I'll be
washroom
back in a minute.
Yeah, cool. And then I'll read some super chat. Okay, I'll read some super chats, and then I'll use the washroom. I'll take a massive leak. Pounded this water back. Everyone, oh my God. Again, that remember to like, help support the channel, and links down there for the Ken Ashcorp song. It's fucking brilliant. I didn't even know who he was, and his music's great. And he made a song about Adam Warski, guys. Everyone, that was beautiful. I'm gonna start reading some super chats and get this this ball rolling, man. A lot of support today. Like, fuck it. I think at some point, man, we just keep topping ourselves, you know. That was a beautiful, man. Roosh V, like, he's intense sometimes, but this guy knows how to fucking start a fucking dumpster fire. This guy had a flamethrower. It just came out, just, you know. Oh my God! Again, everyone, that was beautiful. Let's pump through some super chats. Woo! All right, let's I don't want to show the link. A lot of fun. Lot of fun that show. A lot of fun that show. All right. Thank you all for being here, and then gonna pound through some of these. Quebec, $10. This would have gone to Brittany Venti. Looks like Andy Race Warski is getting your money. Yep, that's how it rolls. Benny, 1987, 50 DKK, 14 o'clock on 8.8. 2018 will be the day Andy goes to Hasbro. Jesus Christ. Don't tell people that shit. Tuesday money, $5. Hey, Andy, I've been liking this Brittany Venti girl. This ought to be good. And oh boy, was it good. I'll go. I just muted myself. I'll go use the washroom, dude. I'll be back in like just a couple minutes. And we'll go. It's from Toad McKinley.
Toad McKinley, $5. The end is near, the time is night. If you like to touch kids, it's time to die. Jeff knows nothing. Race isn't real. We was trees and shit. Edwin Griffith, £5. Those cookies are store-bought. I demand evidence of baking, or it's a hoax. Audacity Complex, $2 US. Roosh looks like a sad penis. That's an opinion. Striker Quiet, $2 US. MG Tau, get the rope too. Pop TV, $5 US. The most offensive thing about Roosh is his audio. T-Clips, $2 US. Isn't Roosh the anti-American woman guy? LM, $5 US. Sargon just had a meltdown because of the chat on a live stream and said they were acting like N-words and they need to act white. He complained about manners. Faline Lancelot, $5 US. Getting some stranger in bed is usually pretty easy. If you need a book for that, you're dumb. I agree. John Vance, $2 Canadian. Andy. Spectral Citizen, $5 US. Some beta bucks for Andy. K-Mux, $5 US. As someone who is 24 years old, virgin woman by choice, I have a strict definition of traditional. And Brittany isn't traditional. I agree with you, but if you want my phone number, just DM me. Audacity Complex, $2 US. Brittany should let me cook Cheffy B on her ass. I don't know what that means exactly, but I guess there's some signification there. So we need Andy to scroll down, but he's gone, so I'm left alone.
Back.
All right, we can scroll to...
I'll read some super chats, and let me put that feature there. All right, Kool-Aider, $6.66. Thank you, Roosh, for helping me get that stanky pussy back in the day. Roosh is our guy, TM. James Larrymore, $2. What constitutes a traditional woman? I would say he means like cooks, cleans, laundry, takes care of the kids. Am I right? Or
I mean, I don't even define it as extreme as this, but someone typically with religious values and a sense of family first.
Okay, so not like old school traditional, but more of more not going out partying and all that stuff, I suppose. Yeah, cool. Pickle Scratcher, $5. Puts a bunch of pickles. Thank you. Again, thanks to James Larrymore for the $50. Huge donation. Love you, buddy. I'm a privileged $2. 1 for Brittany, 2 for Roosh, 3 for Meat Flaps. Oh, you don't understand what happened on the Kumite. I was eating pizza and they almost made me fucking puke. Talking about a certain person's vagina. Raw dogs, $5. Holy shit. Don't even know who this Roosh guy is, but he's going balls deep on Venti. LMAO.
I think that the tides turned later in the stream. It was like Roosh was strong at the beginning, and then he got ganked by super aggressive women. I mean, aggressive not in the bad sense, but they were really on him.
Yeah, it was a fun fucking stream, dude. Jack and Blade, $5. I mean, I don't generally care what people wear. However, you are wearing a really low-cut shirt, Brit, and it kind of proves his point, if only slightly. Quebec, $5. Brittany V smiled on camera, and now I'm giving her all my money. Brit V made me a beta orbiter. Howie Felterpuss, $2. Men only get more money if Mr. Beast joins their stream. Reality check, $5. Roosh Cuck is wrong. I donate in this show mostly because JF and Andy are smoking hot. Foxfire. Barrett Shaft, $2. She looks like a trad example of FAS. Google it. Trash Man, $5. Vinny, Joel, or Charles playing games is more entertaining than titty. Weibo, $5. What about girls who obsess over? Yeah, and I read that one. Thank you, Weibo. OV Warrior, $5. They like her because she's a girl who cares. You retard faggot. Roosh is fucking autistic. Gabriel Lopez, I gave you that nip slip you wanted. Hope you enjoyed. Jojo Pistacho, $2. Or pistachio? Is that pistachio? $2. Damn, I just got Roosh pilled. Space Reptile, $2. Andy's funny on Kumite, but a cock on his show. I know you like it that way. Mitford, £2. Get your dick out, Roosh, for £2. I think there was a lot of things I went on Roosh's side for on the show. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I think you were pretty balanced, and the show was deploying itself, so all we could do is add some jokes here and there, but it was like we didn't want to add too much sauce on an already good meal.
Yeah, no, it was great, and I changed the title of the show because at a certain point I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of stuff Roosh is saying that I agree with. Not saying that, I mean, he went too extreme. I think him saying that like women only get viewers because they're tits. I think that's bullshit. Though I don't think it hurts. Was my point. So it was sort of like a half and half, but yeah. Unity Mitford, £2. Get your dick out. Oh yeah, I read that one. Average technician, 1488. Andy Race Warski did nothing wrong. Do you want to read on from Bia000?
All right, Bia, $10 US. Roosh, why do you fly around the world, ruining the woman of cultures not yet corrupted by the degenerate West? Baking soda, $2 Australian. I ship Roosh and Brittany love you guys. Jared Vance, $5 US. Adam, Hasbro is gonna watch El Snow. Race Warski is the greatest philosopher of our time. Trad Tut wannabe just lost the autistic PUA. Opinions heard, $5 Canadian. Mitoker is dropping heat on Twitter. Fantastic. ASR Sen, $2 US. I'm unconvinced women don't give beta bucks. Numbers? Kumfbaya, $20 US. I have a girlfriend and don't see anything wrong. Okay. Ray Edwards, $2 US. Hey, JF, when did evolution stop? Hashtag we have the SNPs. I think that was a troll. Baron Voodoo, $5 US. Roosh, Brit makes her personality as a commodity. She became a living meme, first acting as a victim to trolling. She adjusts to the market demand. National Capitalist, $5 Australian. I see tits, I clit like. Andy, what are you doing to my T levels? Opinions hurt, $20 Canadian. Fuck these two. Check Twitter, get Jim on. Darius Ashkeni, $5 US. Persian supremacy is the only way. Hail Iron. Long live the PBS. Praise Harura Mazda. Hang all, blah, blah, blah. All right. Christoph, $10 US. Can you scroll down?
Yep. It was cum skins.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Cum, the skin of cum. I don't know.
Okay.
If you read this one, I'll read the one after.
Okay, Christoph, $10 US. Brittany doesn't get it. If she were a man, she may draw Andy's numbers, but she wouldn't have any of the free followers she gets for being a woman. Western woman cannot fail. Full stop.
Hint of shrimp, $5. Brittany, you lying titty monster. Instant ramen isn't food. Roosh, she knows you're right. She's here for the views. Andy, I love you, but kick this alien. No, that was a fun stream. Alex, better, $2. Thank you for the donation. Anarcho Architect, $5. There are broads hotter than Brittany to watch. I watch her because she's quick-witted and fucking hilarious. Destroyer 888, 10 sec. Thank you for donating, as well as M430D. Thank you for donating $2. Help support the show. Kumbala, $20. I read this one. And Kumbala, thank you for the massive donations that you were doing throughout this stream. Love you, buddy. AP Larson, $5. A person can absolutely promote traditional / wholesome values without being completely immersed in those ideals. Product of modernity does not equal hypocrite. Leo Ridestorm, thank you for the $2 New Zealand dollars. I give Andy money because he's hot. He's hot. Get naked, Andy. Maybe on the next stream, but I don't want to be banned. Kima, $5. The same thing happens with guys, just to a lesser extent. Women follow men online because they're attractive too. Winky Smiley. Unity Mitford, £5. Roosh is basically an older Elliot Roger who just wants to fuck white women and getting mad. Quebec, $5. What is traditional? Must women live like the Amish, or is it just the desire for a nuclear family? I think it's more like non a party girl or something. I don't know. JF, do you like have an exact reason, like explanation, or?
The Amish, what is traditional? Well, as I said, it's like centered around family, but you can be that at different levels.
Yeah, like there's like a spectrum of tradition. National Capitalist, $5 Australian dollars. Andy, please donate my super chat money to Roosh's titty implant surgery. It might fix his titty envy. Right on it. Songs with Gravy, $5. Actually, Brittany is hilarious. She's famous for trolling and ridiculous reactionary antics. Also, she's hella smart. I think Brittany is fucking hilarious, man. Honestly, on Kumite the other day, she fucking was killing it. Trash Man, $5.
She's so underestimated because she kind of throws into being stupid, but when she drops these things like comparing Rouge V to Sargon against Richard Spencer, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah. Trash Man, $5. Roosh, don't talk about the alt-right. Roaches aren't allowed in the ethno state. M4 30D, $5. The thirst is real regardless. No streamers to blame. It's just biology, and maybe a few boys out there who might not want to leave a trail of porn. Striker Quiet, $2. You need a haircut, Roosh? Do it like a white man. And Gabriel Laporte, 1488. If Brittany's followers are following her because they're looking to get some, then that are V's audience following him for a PUA. His ideas and intellect. V's acting like a jealous woman, and it's not the V the way that's spelt. It's V, like Roosh V. Euler 108, $2. Roosh BTFO. Trashman, $2. Kick Roosh V. James Laurie, $5. $10 for a muzzy tell you how women should be treated. Jesus, no need for the racist language there. Roosh wouldn't be successful without thirsty beta males. Ask Roosh if he believes in Sharia. Salt Wota, $20. I read that one. Thank you very much for that. And it was about 50-50 about that poll. Josh M, $2. This is why we need white Sharia now. Nah. Barrett Shaft, $8. The sweater isn't a good defense because men know what's underneath. Fertility means she can be successful while having FAS and a bitchy voice. Do you want to read on from there?
Yep, so $5 US from something that I can't read. Dariashu Azizam, just show us your hairy Armenian chesticle. Quit being a whiny shit, dude. You're fighting biology, wasting your time. Lauren Sutter, and we read our super chat earlier. Thank you so much. Audacity Complex, $20 US. Rooch is trying to read Brit's audience minds when he should just do the polite thing and fade off into obscurity like he should have done 8 years ago. Ice Griffin, $5 US. Roosh is full of shit. I watch Sid the Slut for laughs. Fuck Roosh. Go Brit Frappuccino. Roosh is losing this fight. James Laurie, $20 US. Plenty of big titled women on Twitch, YouTube with nowhere near the view count Brittany does. Some may click for the boobs, but they stay for the comedy and the character created. Rachel Loreto, $5 US. A lot of people follow me because they are interested in my life as a physically disabled person. However, if I wasn't interested, they wouldn't stay. Saltwater, $20 Canadian. I think that I've read this, yes, in response to Lauren's super chat. James Larimore, $50 US. Thank you so much, dude. Lauren Saturn, have my babies. James Laurie, $5 US. Why is a man whoring muzzle lecturing on traditional American values? Nationalist capitalist, $2 Australian. If Roosh was an ugly woman, no one would listen. Audacity Complex, $5 US. Roosh so desperate trying to
neg Brit. Neg is the pickup artist move where you sort of do a slight insult to a woman. So she goes like, "What are you doing?" And then they sort of more attracted than being like all super happy.
I see that you're a big Rouge V fan. You read his books?
No. I've read when I was younger. I've read a bunch of PUA books.
I'm gonna let you read for 10 seconds.
All right. Joshua Manon, $5. I watch Lauren Southern because her politics and because she looks fine. She is the next Ann Coulter, 14 words. Quebec, $10. If guys are trad, should they stop going online and do something productive? Being an entertainer and dancing like a monkey for shekels doesn't seem trad to me. Dante the Infidel, $2. Roosh, you're mad that you don't have tits. Benny, 19 87, 20 DKK. Lauren has more black DNA in her than Sargon. Jesus. Spooky Weeb Trash. We read that comment. Thank you for the $20. You help support the show. Love you, girl. Pixel Dust, $5. Compliments relevant to the situation are better than general compliments that feel like they're from the voice in Hillary Clinton's earpiece. George Cluster, $10. Women inhabit a different world. My problem with the woman on the right is them trying to take men's worlds. Men's responsibility is maintaining culture. Women's is to support men, not rob from them. Do you want to read on from here, buddy?
Hey, dude, 77, $2 US. I really wish I could join in and challenge them both. LM, $5 US. Lying, belching, mystery, mead versus douche terrorist. Everyone wins. Beyond atheism, £10. Rouge V, what do you think of women who wear dog collars? Sean, 22, $1 US. Thank you for the donation. Pickle Scratcher is back with English words instead of pickles this time. US, $5. Girls only burp when they're sitting on their butthole. It's the path of least resistance.
Neil deGrasse.
Which is purported to be a quote of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
True. It's not a troll.
Jay-Z Bulldog, $5 Canadian. Brittany, my girlfriend saw me watching the live stream and the first thing that caught her eyes was your boobs. Don't you think the effect is better on men? Darius Ashkani, $2 US. All DS white women wanting Roosh Spersion Schlong. Spooky Weeb Trash, $5 US. Roosh, come off more of that really rude and pretentious guy that women throw their drinks at. Jared Vance, $10 US. Who the fuck follows a woman conducting video documentaries of South Africa and the migrant crisis and thinks she's definitely following a traditional lifestyle? Roosh might actually be retarded. George Custer.
A little bit. I'll read on a little bit. George Custer, $10. If women wanted to help the right, they should encourage men to self-improvement. Do not attempt to be an intellectual figurehead. That is sadly no place for a woman. Wait for you, $5. At Lauren Southern, you don't make videos about yourself because you can't be a traditionalist and a coal burner at the same time. Jesus! Oh my God. Problematic White Knight, $2. Ban. Okay, yeah. Micro charismium Colburn. Hey, Jesus Christ, man. Recovering neat, $2. We was libertarians and shit. Says Renity, $2. I'm only watching because JF is looking fine as fuck today. The new center, $5. JF's shit-eating grin gives me an intense erection. Critical Condition. What's up, Critical? I saw you're leaving YouTube. It's sad. $5. As a woman who just left YouTube to pursue a more traditional lifestyle, I have to agree with Roosh. Being a YouTuber is not trad. Anderson Paladin, $5. 3 women and no fucking sandwich in sight. Sad. Literally Hitler, $2. Okay, Lauren. Joshua Manon, $5. I never donated to Lauren Southern aside from buying her book. By the way, it's a great read. Baya, $20. Why are there so many large breasts on this channel with no baby mouths attached? Jenk Truv, $5. Roosh V, do you think that there is political unity in having good ideas presented by attractive women in order to popularize them? That's good question. Chris Cobb, $2. If we aren't, Jesus, come on, guys, enough of casting jokes. I'm in the wrong place. R.I.P. Jim. Misty Spillers, $5. I don't get it either, Lauren. Why is there so much drama for no reason? You want to read on from there?
Ding Dang Chicken Wang, $5 US. Roosh is douche. Ooh, argument sucks. He's a big fat cock. Darius Ashkani, $5 US. Anika wants Roosh, big Persian schlong again. LM, $2 US. Bitcoin mining internet cock, that's new. Louis Cypher, $2 US. Someone sends nude, like right now. Gabriel Lopez, $10. Whatever you think of Roosh, he is a good blood sports material. Yep. That is true. Jack DiMaggio, $2 US. Roosh is Alpha. Riley Mitchell, $5 Canadian. Smart people will not refuse to listen to any point of view. I think Roosh is insecure that a woman will seem more intelligent or capable than him. Paul Town, $6.66 US. Love you, Brittany Venti. Please be my princess. Zach Ungar, $2 US. Lauren, I got a big bank account for ya. Mwah.
Wild
Wild
Smile.
Smile, $2 US.
You can go ahead.
Dating is part of the JQ. Cameron can run the gamer, $5 US. Lauren, you can take your time. Better to find the one later than to rush now. You want to read on?
Sure. Nonpartisan media, $2. Can we not take dating advice from a single guy? LOL. Covering neat, $5. Dating was invented by homosexuals. I think this insight has redeemed Roosh in my eyes. It's crazy how much these homos have destroyed. Jesus. Ding dang chicken wang, $5. These women are bitch slapping the Roosh douche up and down this chat. They could sling a piece of plastic, then you could handle his own dick. Adrinsky Venedultive, $2. Women need to learn their place. Shark No Bobos 1488. Roosh is a fucking degenerate retard who markets his whorish as virtue, and these trad thoughts are hypocrites who know nothing about the traditional life. 2 of the 3 are not even covering their shoulders. I like the Spike Man, $5. Marie. Pinky Culture, $5. Roosh is a cuck. Hope Lauren gets married and becomes a real trad. Ultra Grade, $2. Please ventilate my skull with a 50 caliber bullet. Josh Quick, $20. Yo, Andy, just want to give you. Oh yeah, I read this one. Thank you very much, Josh. Yeah, and check out Lauren's videos on South Africa. They're really cool and scary. Horror Freak 106, $5. Hey, Roosh, remember the time when you gave dating advice while playing My Little Pony with My Little Pony toys? I do. He's a beta in disguise. He did do that. He was showing you how to do dates or something while using My Little Pony toys as the characters at the bar. Pretty funny. Nicole Mary, $5. Roosh is sad because women get to know him and are repulsed by his personality. That's why he'll never get married. LM, $2. Bitches acting like this is unattractive. Ice Gurov, $5. Send a robot to finish off his little bitch. Roosh. Trad fags, back the fuck off. D Warbucks, $5. Autistic robot chick is destroying him here. Abid Mohammed, $5. Lauren can come back to I guess is that Minnesota and be my third wife. It'll be a blast. Side note, would love to come on here and defend Islam as a Trump supporter. Ooh, that'd be interesting. At AB Derage. Throw me an at reply, dude. I'd appreciate that. And I'll check it out. Salt Wota, $10. Roosh never claimed that you have to be a hot chick. For the vast majority of cases, it is true that is his point. Annika can simply be considered an outlier. FG Cthulhu, $20. Andy Kick Roosh V Warski, 3 women, 0 sandwiches. Anonymous, $50. Thank you. I read this one already, and I appreciate that. Anonymous, love you, buddy. Laura Loomer, $5. That's not the real Laura Loomer. Why is Brittany so obsessed with me and my looks? That's not her. Brittany, a President Pepe, $2. Roosh is a god at triggering trad thoughts. Lord Thorax, £2. Please get Jim on. Tariq Nasheed, $5. That's not the real Tariq. Can't be.
Yeah.
Lauren, how many times do I need to honk the horn? That's when the horn went off in the background. Get in the car and let's go to the gym already. Fucking brilliant time in there. Do you want to read on from there a little bit?
All right, the Sabin, $5 US. Roosh almost debates as well as Sargon. Pop TV, $5 US. And decent nudes, you know my Snapchat. Solomon, 6 million wits, $5 US. Lauren is not far right enough to need a Patreon and is taking advantage of men. Roosh is a degenerate and a retard. Brittany is queen of the stream. Saltwater, $10 Canadian. As someone that has had a lot of success in clubs and bars, it is my observation that there is a requirement of being good looking for a man. Roosh is a good looking man. That's why he gets girls. 1 on 2. And then the second message. Roosh sold his books because of his success in clubs and bars because of his looks. So if he was ugly, he would not have succeeded, while his books are man's advice. Oh, that is a complex theory. DJ Dave, $5 US. Andy, Jim is DMing you. Get him on. George Custer, $5 US. Roosh content is right, but his actions are wrong. Right-wing women's actions are right, but their content is wrong. Doug Bath, $5 US. Suggested new title, Warski Stream on the Rag. Fun show, but seriously repeal the 19th Amendment. President Pepe, $2 Australian. Trad Tots, BTFO. Ree! Joshia Manon, $2 US. Would it make him proud to have a trophy wife? And you can scroll.
And I'll read on from a little bit. Paul Bunyan, $10. Annika is everything what's wrong with women in the West. Self-promoting, crude, prideful of her masculine accomplishments. Let the white race die. With women like her, it's not worth saving. Jesus. Salt Wota, $10. And thanks, Salt, for the massive amounts of donations. Really appreciate that. Why are we pretending Brittany looks good? Tell her to pull her hair back and reveal that forehead. Christoph, $5. Why is it always make me look at my successes with women, whereas men discuss philosophy? Paul Town, $6.69. Brittany Venti, be my mud princess, your boyfriend gay. I'm a real fashy goy. Trash man, $20. JF, ask Roosh what he thinks about Liz Reptile's garlicky butter flavored meat flaps and the smell of her jism. This is what happened when I ordered pizza and I was eating it on the kumite. Everyone was talking about fucking Liz's vagina constantly, and I was just gonna fucking yak. Justin Young, $5. Andy, is it true the stream started late because you were having trouble scraping Liz's crusty flaps off your face? You're fucking gross, man. Thanks, Justin. Laura Loomer, $5. My journalism exposed Hillary Clinton and Trump tweeted about my work. The only argument Brittany is making is she thinks I'm ugly. She's obsessed. Is this the real Laura Loomer? Can someone do a double check on that? I can't check. I don't know why it's not letting me check. Unless I can do
go to channel.
Yeah. This is not real. Is this like really her channel?
1,900 subscribers.
Yeah, hell no. That's not her.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a fan channel.
Fan channel. Crucial Bunny, 666. Andy wants them juicy Laura Loomer meat flaps, some beef sandwiches. Jess has the bread sloppy wet. Fuck me. Nicole Mary, $5. I'm only watching this because I'm fantasizing about having white babies with JF. Justin Young, $2. Sourdough, yuck. Paul Town, $6.69. I would do stupid things for Venti's. Be my mud queen, Mama Mia. The other chick is a witch. Brittany Divine. Kawi Kids Club, $5. I'm a beta who needs validation from attractive women. Please acknowledge me. A delusional jelly to €2. Annika, why would MRAs be too harsh? 577 all well, $2. Spineless Osho. ASR Sen, $2. Blondie fought his armchair with an armchair. Paul Town, $5. Brittany is so cute. I love you, Brittany. DM me. And Annika is so ugly and old. She's so ugly. Based female, 20 DKK. Roosh, thank you. Jacob Grix, again, thank you for the $100 fucking dollars. Please email me andywarski@gmail if you want to be on the show, and we'll talk to you. Salt Wota, thank you again for the $20, my friend. JF, stop. Annika's husband is crying. Paul Town, $5. Arduino is easy game, more on programming for idiots. Brittany Venti is a queen, unlike that hoe Annika. George Custer, $5. Any criticism of so-called trad thoughts, which there should be criticism, should be done within the right, not parading in front of our enemies. Brandon M, $2. Much love from Houston, PB's Annika. Diamongol News, $10. R is a fraud. He banks on betas to give him money, is trying to destroy W by telling W men to hate W Western women. If you want a true alpha male to look up, to listen to the teachings of the Golden One. Again, thank you, Jacob Grix, for the $100, man. I read this already, but I love you, buddy. Thank you. Gabriel Lopez, $10. My IQ is extremely alpha. Oregon, $2. Be gone, goat fucker. Weibo Jones, $10. JF, I gotta know why you blocked me on Twitter. Is it because I'm Polish, or is it because I'm not retarded enough for you? Ooh, burn there from Weibo. Do you know why you blocked her?
I block people who make false claim or who engage with aggressive stuff against me.
All right. Do you want to read on from there for a little bit? We're almost done.
Caesar did nothing wrong. $5 US. Venti for leader of the ethno state. Mixed jeans with nice rack is pure enough for me. Phalogos, $2 US. Roosh too dumb to understand post irony. Carlos Garcia, $5 US. Focused on my career equals I will never hit the wall. Caesar did nothing wrong. $2 US. Show me on the doll where your fifis hurt douche. Adam, $5 US. Sir Sinatra has arrived on his trusty steed. What an absolute white paladin. Sinatra was so much more hardcore than I know him.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, man.
ASR son, $2 US. Tell this neckbeard MG Ta is MG Ta Pilpul is not trad. Gabriel Lopez, $10. V is jealous of Sinatra right now.
Oh,
Jacob
and by the way,
Griggs.
dude, it's MGTOW. You know that, right?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so MGTOW is the way to say that with
Okay.
nothing MG Tau.
Okay. Jacob Griggs, $10 US. Love you guys. Let me know when I can come on for later streams. Saltwater, $10 Canadian. I'm trying to talk Annika's husband out of jumping, but you're making it really hard, JF. Please stop. Supreme Pork Sword, $2 US. JF, how do you feel about tasty dactyls? I don't know about these. Ali, £2. Press 1 if you want Andy to bring on some tots. Anderson Paladin, $5 Canadian. Press 1 to drink the sweet, sweet blood. American Gadfly, $10 US. Everyone join me at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time for my live show. We will be discussing serial killers that are still active. Follow me on Twitter at American Gadfly 2. Dinosaur Head, 11, $2 US. Bitch lasagna. Diamond GG News, $5 US. Talk about Sargon saying his chat is acting like N-words, and the video is on Jim's Twitter. Thanks. Also, listen to the Golden One if you need an alpha role male. D Warbucks, $5 US. Robotics Autist is my new waifu. American Gadfly, $10 US. Andy, here's another 10 for letting me chill my channel. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Sinatra says, $2 US. Tot Patrol by the Manlet. Jordan, 250, $2 US. When a manlet comes on Warski. Gabriel Lopez, $10. Who won? Jim did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did that scroll thing and it.
Yep.
There we go. Here, I'll read a little bit. Anderson Paladin, $2. Thanks, Obama. Supreme Pork Sword, $5. Final thought. Roosh is a manlet, but also a very skilled troll. Stream was 10 out of 10. Hilarious. Would smash this stream. Problematic White Knight, $5. In the end, everyone was back to fucked off by JF. Andrew M, $5. Hilarious stream. You guys have ascended blood sports and have reached super blood sports. Darish Ashkani, $5. White women belong to the Persian big schlong. ASR Sen or Scene, $2. pulled an easy SJW tail all the time when I was lefty. Matthew Heap, $2. Next Bloodsport, Lazy Green versus Paul Joseph Watson. How epic would that be? Kawa, what's up, bud? $5. Annika is 9 out of 10, but I'm married to a 10 out of 10 Russian. Roosh looks like Bin Laden. Okay. Logic, Logie Lock, $5. Give Ken Ashcorp some attention. If you like slower songs, listen to Blue or Where. If you like more intense, absolutely Territory or Touch Fluffy Tail. Ken Ashcorp has some good music. I highly recommend it. Links down there for the Adam Warski song. LM, $5. Shout out to the Nazi feminist in the chat, especially Rent Boy Woes. Chris Cobb, $2. Andy, are you rolling? No, I'm not. Seth rolling. Leo the Great, $2. Roosh V is awesome. Thank you, Andy, for having him. Strung up $2. Should have Turd Flinging Monkey. M430D, $5. Women's attractive phenom on YouTube eventually peters off when there's oversaturation. That's where genuine entertainers stand out. Mr. Thundero, $5. What's up, Mr. Thundero? Hope the modding is going okay. $5. If you think Roosh is dishonest and dismissive, you are right. If you think he cares about your opinion, you are wrong. For this, he wins. Stop caring. You want to do the last couple super chats so we can hear that nice JF voice.
Mad Stock 91, $2 US. That was the real Laura Loomer. Okay, it's just that one of her title was saying Laura Loomer does blah blah blah. So I assumed that it was a fan talking about her, but maybe she just titled the way in the third person like this. Supreme Pork Sword, $2 US. JF Tasty Dactyl is a Biodome reference, you dildo. Well, I think I've been too used to the French version of Biodome with Pauly Shore speaking in French, and so that's why I didn't get the reference, but now I get it. I remember that part. Paul Town, $10.69. I want to take Brittany Venti out to Applebee's and we would get half off appetizers, then dine and dash, and then Elope Annika is so old and useless and poor. What the fuck are these people thinking? Annika is great.
People so mean. People so mean.
I think that there's a level of beauty that a woman attains that she's so beautiful that they know that they won't get her, and so they abandon, and so they insult her.
A lot of dudes that prefer the younger women. She's a good-looking a woman, but a little bit older, but no problem with that at all. JF, let's hear your final thoughts on the show. How about that?
I mean, it was it was exactly, it was as good as I could have expected. It was a shit show of the kind that I want to see again.
Yeah, Sinatra's a little bit upset with me because he wanted back in, but I was just like, dude, we have to wrap it up. And I have to say, man, that was a fantastic show. It was beautiful. I don't know, man. I think everyone had a good time. I had a great time. And sometimes the dumpster fires, you just let them burn. We try controlling as much as possible, but what are you going to do? Again, everyone, thank you for watching. Remember to hit like to help support the show. I have everyone's link down there. Mine is Annika. I'm going to go add her link right now. We love you all, and we'll see you all on the next show.
Bye-bye.